Welcome to Opinionated with
What's
Resla.
good, everybody? What is good? Hopefully, you guys are having a really good time. Oh, look at that! I knew something was gonna act up. Hold up, hold up. I had a feeling. Anyway, guys, welcome to an episode of Opinionated with yours truly. I had a feeling. I had a feeling there was something I didn't set properly. But thank you for showing up for an episode of Opinionated. I am your host, Resla. Uh, going through the technical difficulties. I had a feeling when I wrote something and I didn't say something the proper way. But I was like, okay. I was like, wait, did I set that properly? I don't think I did. And therefore that happened. We build it as we fly, folks, all the time. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, you guys are having a good day today. Sorry that we didn't have a stream yesterday. Duty called, and then by the time I got home, I was so tired. I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. But today we get pretty much of a double header, kind of actually a triple header if you want to look at it this way. I'm doing this stream today. There will be a stream tomorrow, as well as our traditional Saturday. But also later tonight, we also have the DVD with yours truly and OG Do Dirty. So it's gonna be quite a consecutive amount of days as we're gonna be doing a couple of things over here on the channel. Hopefully, you guys are having a good one. I know that a lot of people have been moving around the internet doing their own particular things. I've been checking out some people's kind of streams. You said my volume is low. I literally was checking out some of this stuff beforehand, so my volume shouldn't be low. It's high on my side. Why is it not high on your side? Hold on. Hmm. Interesting. Hold on. Gonna have to enhance it inside the actual browser. Hold up. That's funny because on my side it doesn't sound bad, but for some reason on your side, on the audience side, you guys, it sounds low, and I don't know why. I'm gonna have to do some more digging to figure out what's going on. Yeah, it's good now because I just did it on the inside of the browser, but for some reason my mixer's not. Something all the time, something's happening. Anyway, now that we're gonna just have to deal with that. In the meantime, you said it was fine before. I don't know. Clockwork said it wasn't on his end. I don't know. I'll just take his word for it because I was working with sound prior to me doing everything else. So I'll just have to do another test run whenever I have free time, and then we'll try to get that sorted out. I do use OBS. My mixer has been a pain in the ass. I am a visual guy. I am a video guy. I am a lights guy. I am a tech guy when it comes to that stuff. When it comes to audio, something I know is very important, I really suck at audio. I'm not good when it comes to audio. When it comes to video and everything else, that's my forte. That's my area of expertise. So I'm always trying to learn about audio, and I was doing that earlier today. So I knew when I was stripping things apart, maybe something happened there. I don't know. So I'll have to get a little bit more on that. But guys, we're going to be talking about, is the dating world dead? Now, usually I don't even cover these topics because they run too close to DNP. For those who don't know, it's dick and pussy. These conversations, it's really kind of low on me. I do mention things that I think that are very prominent, like if there are like birth rates or things like that become complications. But as I was thinking about what was going on when I was out celebrating an anniversary, I was looking at other people who were also having dates and such like that, and there were just so many people. And even heard conversations with a couple of ladies who were pretty much doing their, I guess, celebration of shitting on how nasty the dating market is. And just thinking about how things were across the globe, how people are moving across, I just said, hmm, maybe there's something to that. Like, look at me. I can already tell something is off. Hold up. Computer, lights on. I felt like something was wrong. That's another thing that was wrong. I just walked into the office kind of late. Anyway, so I was looking at these ladies who pretty much were talking about just how bad the dating market is. I, funny part about it is that I think they were even having a conversation. It sounded like even two of them may have gone on the date with the same guy. Who knows? Who knows? Could have been a gal for all I know. The times that we're in, right? But anyway, we're we're pretty much in this area where we like to try to cut through the noise. So you didn't even recognize me. But we're going to try to cut through the noise. We're going to try to dissect a little bit of narratives. We're also going to push forward in this talking and make sure that we try to get people we try to get people stuck in the mental loop, right? So today's episode is going to be the one that we're hopefully is not going to rattle a couple of people, but we need to talk about the online world when it comes to dating, and rather if it's dead. And all you have to do is really look around you, right? We've got the reality shows where, let's be honest, a popular one that we see, where we see pretty much the most popular one that seems to be circling around the internet, which is pop the balloon in order to find love, right? Where that's what we are now. That's where we are now in the world of trying to showcase the sexual dynamics between the dating lives now. Never mind Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Plenty of Fish, platforms that have promised to have connections, but only thing that they delivered is goose egg, endless swipe marathons, and of course nothing but disappointments. And let's not even forget about sites like Ashley Madison, the once very secret sugar baby site, which is now prominent out there for people out there who want to be cheaters. It's still thriving, very much open. I can't believe I actually saw a commercial for it. I didn't know they had commercials. Like, I'm one of those people. I pay for premium, so I don't see commercials. I don't really watch TV like that. For the first time, I actually happened to be watching TV, and I saw an Ashley Madison commercial. Blew my mind. Couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, the world that we're in. Now, we've officially entered an era where finding an actual partner on live is harder than ever. Even though people claim that it's the most common way to do so, people still can't find a way to connect. So, what's next? Should we call it quits? Do we just start join the growing number of other societies out there in the world of people who are just giving up when it comes to this idea of coupling with each other? I also have the question in my mind: has technology pretty much sterilized us? And I mean socially and literally, to be honest with you, because let's face it, in today's age of higher than ever standards, folks, men pretty much have to be rich just to afford a surrogate. And women have already been extending their dating pool for so long that only a handful of women are really looking for well off to do men, whatever the hell that means, by the way. And the only thing I really think about is if if wealth determines who gets to reproduce, aren't we just really heading in a dystopia? That's where it seems like to me that's where we're heading. And I mean a dystopia where love and family only are accompanied by those who have luxuries and of course the privilege to afford it, which means the very few, because we already are running into a world with the haves and have nots. So that means if you have money, you can afford to have a child. But if you don't, you can't think of really having one. Let's be honest, we're running into an age where we can't even talk about farm life and having kids in order to have farms because we're not having that now. This is going to be a weird one, but I think this is something we might need to get into it just a little bit. But before we even get started, it's customary. I like to, of course, welcome everybody who already came into the room. So let's just go by that. And of course, we have Locksmith Jeremy was up in here. What's going on, fam? Clockwork was up in here. Appreciate you, Clockwork Rex. Who else came in the building? Leopard Print was in the building. Hornet was in the building. I appreciate you, Hornet, for actually showing up. CJ is in the building. What's going on? Lauren, hey Lauren, what's going on? Crazy Mama is in the building. Says we got more people in here. So if you get a little acclimated, you get a little bit of time, do yourself a favor and say hello. Say hello. Hey, what's going on? I love that cat picture, I swear. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, look, just sneaking in the last moment too. Yeah, what's going on, no chaser? And that's, again, if you get into the building, just say what's up to everybody else. Let yourself be known so that everybody can just say what's up back. We build a community. You don't need to ninja watch here. Nobody's gonna beat up on you. I swear. You are safe behind your keyboard. All right. So my first segment, I want to talk about pretty much the illusion of choice. And when I say the illusion of choice, I'm talking about oh, I didn't even catch this. Hey, crazy mama with the 199. Thank you, crazy mama. Said, show our boys some love. Smash the I appreciate you. Thank you, crazy mama. Thank you for that. So I want to talk about the illusion of choice, right? And I'm talking about swiping left, swiping right, the endless options. I remember when I was first getting started on dating apps, I was still probably still am, to be honest with you, the kind of person that still likes to cold approach on the street. Um, because I just can't trust people online. And not to mention you got a world where pretty much are being catfish and all kind of other shit like that. Shit that I don't want to deal with. And God forbid the way how the dating world is now, you gotta really wonder what you're getting yourself into. But the idea of being of endless options, right? The illusion of choice. You would think that more options would mean better connections, but nope, nope. Turns out it's the opposite of that. People are going to be dissatisfied more than ever. The paradox of choice says that more options you have, the less happy you're actually gonna actually be. And we can see that among a lot of things. We see people who have too many options in cereal brands, too many options in being able to have places to work, too many options in just being able to pick out a single crown because the crown has so many colors that look exactly the same way to the point where we have too many options when it comes to dating and mating. And not for nothing, this makes sense because there were so many people who were even able to find someone in their local town or suburb, and now everybody wants to only aim for the highest things that they can. A lot of people are even shooting above their station because some people don't even know where their stations really are. So when we have this paradox of choice, a lot of people are walking away dissatisfied because a lot of people feel like I can still do better. And that's a huge problem. We're out here treating people like disposable menu items. Nah, too short. Nah, not my type. Nah, can't take him seriously. Nah, can't bring her around my parents. There are a lot of things right now. It's a little crazy right now the way how people are behaving rather than people are trying should be looking for the best qualities they can get out of someone and therefore trying to manage the rest that they can instead of this ideal of perfectionism. And let's not even get started on the whole dating app algorithm. You know, these things push the most the most desirable people to the top. And let's be honest, the most desirable people are people who pay for them. Dating apps come free, folks. But if you really want your profile seen, you're gonna have to put in money for it. Who wants to turn around and have to start looking for love, but then turn around and have to pay for it just to have your profile, which is just really words and your picture. It's not you actually having a phone call. It's not you being set up to where to meet, but you're paying for it monthly just to have your profile pushed to the top so that you can be seen more often, making everyone else fight for, quite frankly, scraps. Sorry if you want to be looked at scraps because you don't want to pay for the actual app, but that's what happens. That in a nutshell, that's what happens. The average people get ignored. The average woman gets overwhelmed, and nobody's actually happy in the end. Because even the women that claim to be beautiful, you know what they turn around and say? Ugh, that guy was such a jerk. That guy Resla ran through me. I mean, that guy Ronaldo ran through me. So, yeah, even the people who claim to be very beautiful turn around and run into the most nastiest of situations. Dating apps aren't bringing people together. They're actually turning human connections into capitalist casinos. And the most and the most people who are walking away walk away broke. So let's just get into the second part of the segment, which would be the rise in AI when it comes to dating. You know, when I was first getting into dating apps, even when Tinder was very popular, plenty of fish was still out there. They were definitely uh Bumble was definitely around. It was one of the newest ones was around. Hinge was not. Um I don't believe came out when I started locking things in. I might be wrong about that. But when it comes to AI and these dating apps now, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, right? The fact that AI has already stepped into fixing dating, apps are now, let's be honest, they're developing AI tools to help users, losers, whatever you want to call them. I've heard either way, but to help users pretty much build perfect profiles, the same profiles that you already been paying for, but now that you've been paying more to enhance it more so that you can look more appealing so that therefore you can be put out to more people. Same shit, but made to look better. It's like it's pretty much like the medical game. You have a pill, the pill works, the drug administration and whatever pharmaceutical company turns around and says they have a better drug than the one that you were previously taking that cost you 10 times more. And they say this drug works. Well, this drug works for sure, but the old drug still worked. So why do I need to pay for the new drug when the old drug was already working? And that's the way how a lot of pharmaceuticals get you. And it's the same thing by adding AI to the mix. Do you honestly believe that an artificial intelligence is really going to help that woman or that male find you more sexually appealing? No, because all you can really go on is the bullshit that you're reading and a profile picture that you're hoping is the actual person behind it. So where is this thing that is helping users in this profile? Crafting the perfect messages and even suggesting date ideals based on data-driven capabilities. Sounds great, right? Except if we're outsourcing romance to an algorithm, are we even dating anymore? Or are we just training the AI to pretend to be human? Let's be honest. The reason people struggle to connect today isn't because of bad profile pictures or really poor texting skills. It's because we lost the basic human ability to talk and vibe with one another. AI can't fix that. AI is just a band aid for a deeper social problem. People have forgotten how to date, people have forgotten how to communicate. And worst of all AI might actually make dating worse by raising expectations even higher. Imagine competing with a guy whose messages are crafted by an AI that knows exactly what a woman wants to hear. Real human connection is already struggling. AI isn't going to save us. It's just going to finish us off. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Shame to the sink. Wow. What is a dating world? Exactly the one that we have right now. And we really, everybody should just look at it as a hookup world. Who really meets each other and forms long dating anymore off of these apps? Holy shit, is there a link? There is a link. As someone who likes to take a look at analytics, there's a link. Most people don't know how to read analytics, to be honest with you. I'm actually one of those people that I'm not that great at it, but I can study analytics. But everybody's always been crazy. So that hasn't changed. Humans haven't changed in that regard. They've always been crazy. Is that your it's out of your league? That's a shame. It's a shame. Because you have to ask yourself, why are they out of your league? What do you think makes them qualified to be out of your league? Because here's the truth of the matter. Guys, you probably have already heard before. Let me be honest with you. It's true. Women who we consider to be nines, eights, and nines, right? They are some of the easiest people to talk to. Not easy as in easy to get with, easy to sleep or whatever, but because there are so many guys that think that, Lauren, these women are out of their leagues, that guess what they do? They psych themselves out from ever talking to them. these women walk around feeling emotionally starved because many men will look at them, many men will look at them as if the most attractive thing, but very rare do they walk up to them. The only ones who are quick to shoot their shot and not really give a shit are those who, quite frankly, have learned the game. That doesn't mean that they need to be attractive. They just have to have one thing that the other guys don't. Well, two things, not one. The one is confidence. The second is to not give a fuck. They make no their vitamin. A lot of people are afraid of hearing the word no, and it's some of the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life. So many people have missed out on so many great opportunities, so many advantages that they could have had, so many things they talked themselves out of simply because of the word no. Mm, mm, mm. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it, and I've also experienced it until I stopped experiencing it. I get it. Hearing no is a bitch, but you try getting anywhere far, especially for something that you really want without hearing no. Try really trying to get something that you really, really want and not hear no. It's impossible. It's improbable. Depends. But let's also talk about this next segment, which would be segment three, the gamification of love, because that's exactly what it's turned into. I already just mentioned you have to pay for an entire damn profile just to be seen more. But imagine, folks, imagine if these dating apps look like Timu. Now, I want you guys to take a moment. For those who actually know what Timu looks like, I want you to think about that for a moment. Not all of you do. Not all of you are buyers of Timu. But even if you don't buy anything, do yourself a favor. Even if you promise yourself, I'm not gonna buy from Timu. Do yourself a favor. Download the Timu app and just look through it. Just give yourself 10 a 10-minute scroll through Timu and see what happens to you. Not that you'll buy, not that you won't put something in your cart. Just scroll 10 minutes and see what happens. Anyone who has the Timu app, whether you're on the phone, especially if you're on the phone, or whether you are on the desktop, you will get hit with so much gamification. You will get hit with uh, casino wheels, spin wheels. You will be told all the time that you qualify for discounts. You will get hit with notifications letting you know that you are eligible for such and such, and you are eligible to take a game spin to be able to win chances to get free delivery, to get a discount off of 10 items, which are already super cheap, by the way. 10 items, and all you have to do is spend $40 and you can get these free 10 items at a super high discount. Imagine something that costs $30, folks. You can get for $6. Don't you want to take the spin on that? Well, dating apps are behaving the same way. So let's talk about how dating apps have pretty much turned into a video game. Now, apps like apps are not adding like Pokemon Go type style features. Sending notifications when you're crossing paths with somebody. Oh, look at someone you might have passed by in your neighborhood. Isn't he fine, ladies? Oh, look at her. Doesn't she look delicious, gentlemen? Look at that. There was a hottie that you passed by. That's the way how it moves now. With the potential matches just from you being in a particular area. I once had an app. Not gonna say which one. We're not here promoting apps. I once had an app that the very woman, the very woman that I ran across on the app, we bumped into each other at my dentist's office. We're like, didn't I see her already? We ran into each other about a month or so later on a dentist appointment, and we're looking at each other weird. And I said, "This is gonna seem really weird, right?" And she's like, "You talking to me?" I said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." "Oh, were you on such and such app?" She goes, "Yeah, I was." And that turned into a conversation. We just simply bonded over the fact that we crossed each other's path. We just happened to have the same dating app and had a conversation. I had my appointment before her. She had her appointment afterwards. And both of us, with our newly clean teeth, well, I was in there for more than just the teeth cleaning, but newly clean teeth, went right over to Starbucks to ruin it. Simply because we were on the same dating apps that recommended us being in the same vicinity. Isn't that kind of like Pokemon Go? It is. For those who got hooked on Pokemon Go like I did, you walked your entire neighborhood because you wanted to make sure that you can only go to particular places if you want to pick up a particular Pokemon. And others are introducing even ranked systems to the scores, which is always weird to me how you do that. But they're ranking scores for users based on attractiveness and desirability. We're literally competing for love like it's a game where the where the house wins all the time. The one thing you will never hear is house lose. You ever wonder why these apps don't actually work though? Because they weren't built to get you off the app. It's like being with the doctors. If hospitals really did their job, they would be treating you so that you would never have to come back. But instead, they keep you coming back for follow-ups, for checkups, for all this stuff, giving you drugs that are pseudo or giving you the stuff that doesn't really work as much as it should because they have to give you longer regimens of it rather than just give you the big good stuff that would keep you out of the hospital because these apps were not built for you to get off of. They were built to keep you addicted, to keep you swiping, and maybe even hoping that for the matches that you did get, there's still one better. Maybe you found something that was really nice, but you know what? Maybe it doesn't quite meet your satisfaction just yet. So that means there must be something out there better. And when love becomes a game, what happens, folks? We start playing with people's emotions. We start ghosting, love bombing, casual cruelty, casual encounters. And when we lose, we just reload and we try again. Life isn't the game. But dating apps, they're treating it like it's one. I don't know if you guys have ever paid attention to it. I'm not here to scrutinize whether you're on dating apps or not. I'm just saying that these are the way how these things run. And we're seeing it in the way how society's been moving. Logical Sparks, what's going on? Chronos, what's going on, man? Untrackables in the building as well. What's going on, y'all? All right, let me dive into my fourth segment. The price of love. Rather, the price of love is no, let me change that. I was saying the price of love, but the question that's really going through my mind is dating becoming a luxury? And when I think of that, dating dating pretty much is becoming a luxury item. I think in today's age of this higher than ever standard, men are pretty much expected to provide, protect, and be attractive, successful, funny, emotional, or rather emotionally available, and whatever the hell else is the trend of the whatever the hell that week is. Women, meanwhile, are expected to find a guy who checks, quite frankly, all those boxes. Because dating apps pretty much are made for you, ladies. Dating apps are not meant for guys. They're meant for you. Let's be honest. Guys who are attractive and they're in all the ways that you want in all the boxes, ladies, You know what they don't do? Go to singles mixers. You know what they're really not doing, folks? Being on dating apps. Only the ones who are trying to finesse are really on dating apps, folks. Or average guys. Just be honest. If you think that you're going to find millionaires on a dating app, you're fooling yourself. And if you don't have any money, good luck. If this current trend continues, we're just going to be heading towards a future where the rich are going to be the only people who can afford real relationships. Men are going to basically be financially set just to qualify for relationships. And that's sad. Women are going to have to compete for the same handful of handful of high value men, creating an even bigger gap in the dating market. And what about the kids? What about the children? Because if the middle class keeps shrinking and it's always getting fewer and fewer, that means few people can actually afford traditional families. We might actually reach a point where having children would be looked at as a privilege, but only for the ultra wealthy. Think about it: surrogacy, IVF, donor eggs. These are already business models for the rich. If current trends hold, we could see an era where the average person cannot afford to reproduce. And if the future of love and family belongs to only the rich, what happens to everybody else? It's just a question. Food for thought. I'll get into my fifth segment. I normally like to try to make it odd. I like my fifth segment. And I'll say it's the rise of situationships. And when I think of the rise of situationships, I think of love without commitment. Oh, the moment see the word love, who I see in the chat, I see you lying. Cyrex, what's going on? I'm good. I am good tonight. How are you, my dear? So I'm thinking, since we're in this era, this trend that we've been following for quite a bit, let's talk a little about the new trend that's not even the current trend that's been taking over dating, and that's situationships. To be honest with you, we should have seen this a long time ago because that's how we got into this whole big talk of the average now becoming polyamorous. People don't want to call dating even dating anymore. It's not a relationship. It's not just casual. It's somewhere in between. It's a limbo. It's like the no Doctors Without Borders. This is without definition. No expectations, no commitment. And you know why? Because commitment is now seen as a burden. Let me say that again for you folks. Commitment is now seen as a burden. Let's just keep it a buck. People want the benefits of a relationship without the responsibility. They want consistent companionship without labels, intimacy without accountability, and all the perks of a partner without the work that comes with it. And guess what? Dating apps approve this. They love it. If nobody's committing, that means everybody's still in the market, right? Still swiping, right? Still using the app, correct? Still feeding the machine. But here's the trick they didn't tell you. Nobody actually wants to be in a situationship. Not really. Some, sure, but not really. People just settle for, quite frankly, they settle for them because they think it's the best way to get into something serious. And they're not wrong. A lot of us do this thing that we look at as a dirty word now, and that's settle. There's been no human in history that hasn't done it. And yet somehow people of this age believe that it's something that they don't need to do. You have to eat. You have to settle for whatever is around. If you don't like what's in your fridge and nothing else is open, either you stay hungry or you settle for what's there. It's the same thing with anything else. And this is what's wild. Even the people in these situationships don't know what's going on. They are not even aware of what's taking place. Are we exclusive? I don't know. We never talked about it. Do we act like a couple? Yeah, but not officially. So, are we together? I mean, we hanging out, right? It's it's all nonsense. People are now afraid of they're afraid of just to say what they actually want because they don't want to be scared that the other person doesn't feel the same way. But if honesty scares you, if honesty scares someone away, what does that tell you? They were never planning to stay. So here's the real question. Has dating gotten so bad that people now prefer to be in relationships that don't even exist? Because if that's where we are, we're not just seeing the death of dating, we're going to see the death of love itself. But again, hey, these are my thoughts. What are yours? Link is in the chat. Pin to the top of the chat. Tell me what you think. Marcus is in the building. What's good, Marcus? Wait, what? Sir leaves with the ginger chick. You at least see them cakes do. I am not gonna say. I will not say at all. At all. Uh, we're still cool with each other. She might be watching my streams. Might be. What's good, untrackable? Good, blind.
What up? What up?
Thoughts, gentlemen. Thoughts. How do you feel about this whole dating market thing? And will it eventually lead us, or rather, is it going to lead us to looking like the other nations where pretty much the birth rate is just going to be so nasty and people are not going to know how to date? Because in Korea, they don't know how to date. In Japan, they don't know how to date anymore. And it seems like it's happening for our culture because Gen Z is not even really interested.
Shoot, I mean, of course, I agree. I agree completely that attention spans too becoming like dwindling, and then the fact that
Hey,
there's
Simon,
less. Jesus Christ. Uh,
continue your thoughts.
yeah, what do you call it? But yeah, dude, I definitely think that we're going down a bad road, man. The family structure is no longer like focused on the there's no actual like engagement in school, so kids are going through school not actually even learning anything, just learning how to memorize, and they forget it by the time they need it. I mean, like there's many things that factor in. I think that people just want to be alone nowadays, and it's looking like that's what the future's going to be like.
So, untrackable. Give me your thoughts on this. What you were saying here. You said the materialization of a person versus team building and accountability. Break that down for me.
Well, yes, because uh, what was just said plays a part in this, and the short term uh, gratification that can be brought on by technology, but we are biological. We only exist because our families did what they did. They met how they met, and they brought us up, and then we grew to be these things that are now replacing them. So when it comes to that, it's like, yes, you can meet people in so many different ways, just like we are doing right now over technology. But when it ultimately comes down to it, is that you have to believe in, you have to come to a point in your life where you believe that you are worth something, and you want to um, continue on a legacy, which means you will have to biologically continue on that legacy, and you will have to meet somebody that coincides with your goals.
Hmm.
And if the goals are to create life, that means, as I have done, and many have done, uh, it, in the dichotomy of it is not scripted. But to think that a man and a woman, a male and a female, create more life, and how they are raised um, will create the next generation of those who create more generations.
Okay.
So you have to develop. You can't just be like, oh, I want to fuck, because that's where I think the technology is leading people, is like, oh, I want instant gratification. I want to meet somebody. I want to like them, and I want to fuck them.
Hell yeah.
But then I want to move on,
Right.
Hey,
because
but what about the girls that are responding favorably to that?
and I think I said this in the chat, is you have to spend time with people to develop goals together, or to accept before you commit to something. And uh, dating, it for some people in some situations is a viable way. But if you don't give it enough time to where, like, this, because I could tell you my story. My story took, years, and I didn't even know it was coming my way. But if you're gonna meet somebody and you're gonna date them, hopefully you have, before you say, hey, I think you're the one that I want to go down this road of commitment and procreation with. Hopefully, um, you know, it can be very tough, but I do think there is hope. But meeting somebody and spending time with people, um, I'm not the one to say that it's 2 dates, 3 dates, 3 months, 4 months, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years.
Right.
Some people have children together 10 years before they get, that ultimate commitment. And also, you talk about this commitment of, marriage or whatever. That doesn't matter to me. Just make sure you are committed to spending the rest of your lives together, because the way I have defined it is we procreated. We're going to spend our entire lives together. We will maintain this house. But ultimately, this is the person that I want to tell the story when I die. And that's how I look at it, because I don't think I'm going to last as long as she does. But that's kind of how, there's so many different ways to look at it. And I would open it and finish at that.
Okay. Okay. Welcome, gentlemen. Ruthless Simon.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah, I ain't know Rufus was over here. Rufus always talking some shit. Anyway, so yeah, salute, bro. Salute to your pal. Appreciate you. I told you already. The dating, I don't know. For me, like the dating world was gone a long time ago, bro. I don't date. Period. Like so, like at the end of the day, I think that's just a young man's game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Young
no
man.
shade. A young man's game. It's a young man's game. Like
Well,
dating.
consider what's young, because there are people who are all the way into their 50s,
Nah.
definitely
Hey,
still on dating apps and doing their thing. Believe me, they are.
yeah. I know. I mean, but I don't really. I don't know. Like dating apps and all that. You know, it's just when I say about. I don't know. If you talk about dating, like you talk about 18-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally have these. I have friends, right? I have friends, and they have parents, and their parents be sending me some videos that like people be hooking up. It's just a hookup. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what dating apps are around about. You know what I'm saying? They don't really sort of like trying to get into a relationship with it. They're just like a hookup. It's like yo, and then they post this shit on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I banged this chick on the riverside or some shit like that. It's just like what? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yo, bro. Mm-mm. They ain't not serious about that. You know what I mean? Like if you
In his
actually try to get seriously, like what? You ain't heard about that? Go on TikTok, you
no.
see that shit. They look, it's censored. But at the same time, they be banging chicks on the riverside. And it'll be like, yo, they post that shit up. Yeah, this is totally like fucking disrespectful. You know what I mean?
So it's
Yeah.
disrespectful. It's disrespectful when your mates tell you that you just fucked this chick on the side of the road.
Now, you know when it hit my heart when my chick, right? Right, say
It hit my heart.
it hit
Not
my
my
heart.
heart.
No, it hit my heart when my chick turned around because we broke up and shit, right? And she was trying to fuck around me. And she was like, yo, I want to go on TikTok. I was like, what? Okay, cool. And then like she literally sent me the video. She was like send me some like video of someone like banging on the riverside. I was just like, and she was like, what? You want me to do this? I was like, oh shit, okay. Mm-mm. All right. I mean, yo, these ladies are in competition, man, on a real tip.
Wait,
You know, so,
they down lying when they call it TikTok.
mm-hmm.
I didn't even know people was giving it up on there. That's
Tickety
crazy.
tockety. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. It's a lot, man.
Well,
And these
let
ladies are influence.
me ask you, when you get into a relationship, um, uh, anybody that's willing to answer, what is your goal, ultimately, the ultimate goal of being in a relationship with somebody, male, female, relationship?
Get laid. Originally,
Yo, I'd say meeting their parents.
fuck out of here.
I mean,
Are
you a milk chaser? Like, what's going on? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I mean, most people don't want to cooperate or understand like civil sort of like understanding. So like, the best thing you could do for your ladies is meet their parents. Like you can't, do anything else. If you can't get past their parents, you're over. It's all is over. Like you might as well just be doing something else.
Yeah,
how about you? How about you
how are you gonna
be
meet her?
So, gentlemen, so I like to
accept if you can accept love? Does it really matter what her parents think?
Yeah, it does because you're gonna get caught out. I mean, I'll give you an example, right?
They can clown me all fucking day long, but if she loves me and I can deal with her parents, right, and be honest about myself, and this is about to be the kid that is going to be your grandchild. Good fucking luck.
I don't know. I mean, I think I love the uncheckable, but that's kind of egotistical. Like you can't really do that.
Oh, you can't.
No, like there's
You're denying yourself the legacy is what you're doing.
I think if you deal with some low level chicks, then that's what you're gonna get. I mean,
If you're fucking gutter garbage, well, then you're just chasing pussy, and you're not even doing right by your own self.
Yeah, I mean, I do understand, but I'm just saying, like, if you actually dealt with, ladies that are like, I'll give an example, like one of the first chicks I dealt with, right? Her name was Alice Bamford, right? This is a global thing. Like, her father's one of the richest people on earth, and like, you could actually Google this shit.
And what did you do with it?
I maneuvered as much as I could, and that's what I'm saying. You can't really control this shit. It's not really up to you.
Sir, you said her father was one of the richest men that you ran across. You didn't try to blow that back out?
No, Google it. Bamford, the Bamford family. Yeah.
You didn't want to get yourself established into that nice family?
No,
or maybe she was using you just for that dick.
No, we had some fun. Like we went around, we went to parties and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't about dick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently it didn't turn out so well.
I didn't say that shit. I didn't say that, bro.
Or listen, unless you guys got together, got a kid, or got married or something. I mean,
nah. Sometimes we can't always. I don't know. I think like
can't always what.
I'm a hopeless romantic, okay, but I'm just saying like we can't always just put this shit down to the fact that if you get with the chick, you're gonna fuck her. Like, nah, I don't get that shit. Like sometimes, legacy means you have friendships and shit like that.
Huh? You're the first person that ever said that. Wait, you're the first person that ever said that.
Resla, you don't get it. That nigga just rhyming. Yeah, he said that.
You're a jailbird, bro. I ain't even got time for you, bro. God damn. This nigga over here.
There's no rhyme. Rhyme or reason, right?
Oh, there you go.
The question that Resla asks is the dating world dead? No. It's alive and well and active. Has it evolved? Of course. Why? Because women overvalue themselves and undervalue men. Men overvalue women.
What?
And undervalue themselves. Yeah. So most men are going into the dating market at a deficit, right? The women set the market. They set the demands, and the man acquiesced.
Where did you get this information from?
Are you sure they're the ones who are totally setting the market, sir?
Of course. You want to have this conversation?
Oh
You will
boy,
lose
I
this
can't
debate.
play this dude. He always brings up
You
this
will,
bullshit about
hold on, hold on.
how.
You will lose this. No, I'm just saying. You will lose this debate, Resla. If you don't think women are setting the standards of the market, then you're delusional.
What?
Yeah, the women set the pace.
What?
They
Wait.
create the demand,
All right. So who
right?
set the pace in terms of getting your ass in jail? Who set that pace?
Okay, that's another conversation.
Who
So
create who the very dating apps that we're talking about? Who's creating them?
Jesus
men,
Christ.
Who's creating them?
men.
So
Lord.
who's the one that's mainly invested in stocks when it comes to these particular apps?
Men.
But you want to tell me that women are the ones that are running the market?
Yes. Do you want to have this conversation, or are you just gonna?
Right. So what do you know about the market? What is the
Okay, so here's
market?
the market, right? The women are
What's
coming
the
out.
market?
Because right there, right under there on the P&L tells you everything you need to know.
So once again, women, right, on a date, the women's demands, and they don't even have to say it, right? 6 feet, 6 figure, all those little talking points, right? The women do come out and say that they set that. They set the standard. Men, we don't set the standard, right? Because most men are average, right? And they are acquiescing to the woman because they don't get a lot of
How
sex.
dare you say that? How dare
They don't
you
do
say?
You
Wait,
could just
wait.
be honest. You could just be honest and just say there are a lot of men that just don't have standards.
No, they got standards. It's just that they're not, the average. Okay, so let's look at it like this: the average man don't get to a lot of sex. Let's just keep it real, right?
They don't have
Women,
standards.
because the women are playing the game of overvaluing themselves, right?
This
They
is
want
something else.
they want a lot. They want a lot in return for their time, their vagina. They want a lot back for that.
Now you start speaking about women's vaginas and shit.
So let me give you an example, right? This is why women chase athletes. This is why women chase entertainers, right?
No, that's not why women chase entertainers or athletes.
With the bag, right?
Because they're just not chasing you. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we got this in right now. It said cultivating a successful relationship and maintaining the relationship is key. People are too hungry for repetitive, instantaneous gratification experiences. And I have to agree with that.
But that's not the conversation. That's not the topic. We're talking about dating, right?
I agree on
We're
that.
talking about the dating world and why it's dead. We can see that not just here, but no, literally, if you just look at the title of the stream to tell you.
No, I'm just saying.
Well,
he said cultivating a successful relationship. That's not the
if I could, I'm willing to share. So, I met my wife in college. We were both 18 years old, and I failed out of college, but she was not my girl, if you will, at that time. She was a friend. She was part of the dorm. Our section of the dorm was it was everything we did together.
Yeah, she friend zoned you.
She had a boyfriend.
Yeah, she friend zoned
you. It wasn't friend zone because I wasn't after her.
No, you said you got a friend.
I had a friend, and then when I moved on from college, I went and did my own thing, and she stayed in college.
So the reason why you didn't date her because she had a man, right?
Well, I didn't date her because honestly, I wasn't even on that level of.
She had a man. You had no option. This was not negotiable. She had a man. She was not giving him up for you at the time. And so you're like, okay, I'll stay in the friend zone as long as it takes, right? And you played the role until you got yourself together. And then finally, when they fell apart, you said, okay, you get a promotion.
Oh my goodness.
You can call it you can call it friend zone.
Oh my goodness.
She gave you a promotion, and it was a good one. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is she gave you a promotion, and you gladly.
Okay.
So she dictated the terms of that relationship. you guys first met, you're attracted to her, she was attracted to you, personality, looks and stuff.
Where did he say any of that?
Well, I'm just breaking it down.
You're writing the
Lord
narrative for
God.
him.
Let me break it down for him, right? They met each
You're
other.
writing his story. The man's right there.
Let me have a little fun here. Let me have a little fun.
There.
All right, let me have a little fun. So they met each other. They were attracted to each other, right? Untrackable thought she was hot. She thought he was hot, but she had a man, right? So he probably, because for her to tell him I got a man, right? Untrackable must have made an advance that, hey, damn, how about we go out for a couple cookies, or let's go to the movies. She's like, oh, I got a man. So he's like, damn. So she's like, okay, I'm a friend zone you, but
I got a boyfriend.
and he kept in contact with her. He played his role. Like he was getting dick down and living a life with this other dude. And finally, when they fell apart, she gave him a promotion. So she dictated the whole terms of their relationship. And luckily, and unrespectable to untrackable, he knew, because she probably told him everything that happened, why that relationship was wrong. So he knew what not to do. And he has a investment worthy of braggability, you know what I mean? A happy situation. That's understandable. But the point I'm making is she dictated that terms. Women dictate the market, period. 99% of women put niggas in friend zones. Period.
Oh Lord, no, you can't say that. No, I agree to a point. No, you can't say that.
You feel better now that you got all that bullshit off your chest that was never founded in the first place? What are we doing here?
So I have a question. When we're talking about is dating dead, how is it that when we're talking about cultivating relationships, how is that two different topics?
Because cultivating a relationship means you're in a relationship. Dating is not a relationship.
Well, I was getting into how I got to date my wife.
Well, untrackable. You seem like a pretty reasonable man, but I'm trying to understand on Ruthless Truth's point.
So let me break it down.
Well, hold on, wait. Let me just make sure I understand it. So what you're gratifying is sport fucking, not relationships.
No. What I'm talking about is dating, right? And the market of dating, it could go very many different ways, right? It's nuances. So intentions, right? You might want to potentially like this chick. You met her at college, and she was in.
But are you seeking a relationship, or are you seeking an experience? Let's condense it, because I just want to make sure we stay on topic.
Experience. That's an interesting question because it's nuances. It depends.
How?
It's not nuances to it. It's not like it's broken timelines. It's a streamlined thing.
Can I give you an example? This is where context matters. So if you meet a chick in your proximity, grew up with her, y'all went to the same school, y'all do some things, and you always like each other but never really dated, they start dating, most likely there's more intentions behind that, right? Where if you meet a woman at the club, right, you just might want to smash and didn't have post-nut clarity. Do that make sense?
So
that's not dating.
That's not dating. That's sport fucking. That's fucking for sport.
What? I'm just whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to dispute your title.
I'm not trying to, turn the conversation from what is not. But I'm trying to understand what we're talking about is dating dead, and then we're talking about relationships. Dating is a part of a relationship. It all falls under the same umbrella, even though it may be different factors. But the two,
potentially a relationship, not guaranteed.
Okay, so let me ask you this question: Is it dating or is it a relationship if sex is not involved?
It's dating, whether it's sexual involved or not, until both parties agree to further the dating into a relationship. Then it becomes a relationship. But dating.
So wait. I gotta stay right there with you. So dating is without sex. Relationship is with sex.
No. Dating is with sex as well.
Okay, so sex is involved in dating and relationships.
Okay, Rufus, you're saying that both dating and relationships can encompass doing the same thing.
No, because dating, right, is the matrimony of getting to know each other. Meaning,
matrimony?
You're not really. You don't know.
Hey, man.
hold
Can
on.
I ask you a question? Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Rock, can I ask you a question? If me and you date Saturday and we sleep together on Sunday, is that a relationship or is that just dating? That's just dating? All right. If me and you talk on Saturday and then we sleep with each other next month, is that a relationship? So it depends on investment. I'm so confused. So they not the same?
No, it
No,
ain't
they're
that
not.
complicated. It don't
They're
need
not
to be that
because
complicated.
until
Like
both
you're making
parties,
it real complicated.
until
Like
it's very simple. Until both parties involved agree to step into a commitment, like okay, she's gonna cut off her
no,
options.
no, yeah,
You're
Wait,
gonna cut off. Hold up,
it
son.
how
ain't that
does how does
no.
wait,
What?
wait, wait.
Listen, I'm gonna just
How does
What are
one
you
person
talking
wait, wait.
about, bro?
How does one
Jesus
person
Christ.
commit how does one person wait, how does one person commit to a sexual relationship?
let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a relationship, right, is when two people agree to step into a commitment
How does
under
two
certain
people
terms,
agree? What are
certain
you talking
terms.
about, bro?
Relax, Simon, relax. Certain terms and agreement to go to the next level, right? And so
We're gonna sign some sort of agreement.
so
What? How's
let me
that
help.
work?
Let me help with the sex part. Now you
Here's the
guys
part
could
that should
be
be
dating.
easily put up that just gets messed up. What Rufus is saying is that it's strictly dating unto exclusivity is actually agreed upon.
Yes, got
Yeah,
to be.
but how does that work? Like he's trying to like make out
But
like
he
he's
just
some
You could be
sort.
just
but
said,
wrestler, you could be a wrestler, you could be exclusive on Friday and then on Saturday you could be with
I
someone
agree
else.
because you know what you can be?
Exactly,
You,
exactly. Thank
you
you
can
very
be
much.
exclusively dating.
Exactly.
Now that's once again that's agreed upon the two parties.
But you could be dating.
It's
That's not a
not
relationship.
no, but it's not.
So it's
Listen,
sport
but,
fucking.
but no, listen, what I'm saying though. The dating is you guys are dating, and it's not an absolute that you guys are in a relationship, right?
What are you
What?
talking about? Like how can you
You see
Huh?
the step
What?
because dating is getting to know to see if you're going to be in a relationship.
Okay, so wait. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's stay. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Ruthless might be onto something. Let's fly this plane with him. Well, let's ride in this plane with him. So
All right.
repeat that last statement that you just made.
oh my
Dating
Lord.
is on the premise to get to know somebody if you're going to be in a relationship with them.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's stick right there. Dating is when you're pretty much getting to know that person. Now,
Yes,
here's my question to you. Is that with and or without sex?
it could be both.
This is where the problem is. Until sex is taken off the table and it's just strictly about getting to know the person, it's not delayed gratification. You're sport fucking. And I'm not saying that to start an argument, but the thing is this: sex does not have to be a part of the table for it to be a relationship.
And
The
that's another
thing is,
conversation.
hold on, wait. But no, it's the same. And the reason I'm saying it's the same is because if sex was not the intent and getting to know the person was the whole entire premise, then sex is second nature to this whole entire
Yeah.
thing. You see what I'm
So
saying?
once again, it
So
that's new.
you're
I'm not disagreeing,
cultivating.
Willie, I'm not disagreeing with you in terms of the nuances, right? I'm not disagreeing. There are
Mhm.
cases that are like that, but not all dating is equal. Let's first make that out there, right? Some
Right.
That's a good
people,
point. That's a real good point.
some people just have a sexual attraction. They start dating and start fucking. And if this is
Mhm.
where post nut clarity comes in, right? After you
Mhm.
nut, then you're like, oh, do I want to be with
That's
her?
called
I don't
instant
know.
gratification. You
or
get what you
or
want
or
and then you're done.
or no. Listen, or it could go either way. It could be this is the woman I want to be with.
Ruthless. That's
Right?
literally what instant gratification is. You get what you want and then you're done. You go.
Let me. I'm not disputing you. What I'm saying is, it could be
Mhm.
after sex. It could be this is the woman I wanted to be with, or this is the
Ruthless.
job. It could
Ruthless.
be either way.
OG. Ruthless. OG. Let's stop with the what aboutisms and the what ifisms. The thing
It's
is, let's stick on a straight and narrow. Let's not
you're
go with the what if. It's too many what
Yeah,
ifs. This is why
you're being
people.
kind of you're
okay.
being kind of
So let me.
contradictory though, but
I
like
got. I
he's
know how to
actually
put this in the
spinning
back.
out. So
I know how
like
to
you
put this
know,
in
Well,
the back. I know
tried
how to
to
put this
tell
in
a
the back.
true story and nobody wanted to listen. So how
Well,
about
So
that?
untrackable. Your true story is based on the fact that you're married, right?
Yeah, but I was trying to get to how that came to be, and nobody wanted to listen.
You met your wife. Y'all started dating. I heard you
so
start talking about that part. Go ahead.
No, he
I
didn't
am
start
letting
dating.
him tell the story. I'm just recapping everybody to where he was at in the story so that we can listen to the rest of the story, baby.
No,
Yeah.
you're detracting, bro. We
heard
were
that.
having
I
a
heard- I
No,
conversation.
heard
You
he
it.
came
literally
up here and
How
that's
am I
literally what he
detracting
was
if I'm
saying.
literally giving the floor to Untrackable so he can finish his story?
I think Disneyland should make a movie about it. It's a great story. But the point I'm making is, right, dating is nuances to it. Some people date with intention. Some people date just to get to know someone to see if they're going to commit to them. Right? Not every dating is a guaranteed relationship. Right? You might date for a month and then find out y'all don't get along. Red flags, et cetera, things you're looking for that you might not want to move forward into a major commitment. So these are
Great,
this process of dating, right? Now,
great.
do we have some people just smashing each other just on attraction and proximity? Yes, right. That can be a form of dating, but it's probably not the most, I would say, best way to do it. But it happens, right? But when we're talking about two people who work together or know each other, or as an untrackable position, went to college together, right?
Well, we didn't hear the rest of his story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the whole
took me to
story. Every
college
whole
together.
story.
No,
Yeah,
no. What
she
took you
dictated the
to
terms of
college
the
together?
relationship. She dictated the
What?
terms of the relationship. He met her in college. He
Yeah.
thought she was fine.
He
You're
didn't
gonna make
finish
this
the
issue up
story.
again.
He didn't
And
finish the
she put him
story.
in the friend zone. She put him in the friend zone
No,
for
he didn't. He didn't finish the story.
yeah.
Let him finish the story, and then we can cast whatever opinions we have. And let him finish the story first.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Go ahead, nigga.
Yeah, so she
Stop laughing, Simon.
Nah,
Mute
you're
yourself.
hilarious, nigga.
Mute
Like,
yourself, Simon. Mute
you
yourself.
can't even fucking finish
Mute
your
yourself.
sentences. Like,
Let
goddamn.
him Mute yourself, Simon. Mute him, Resla.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
yeah,
Oh,
so
untrackable.
Go ahead,
I
Untrackable.
I failed out of college and joined the military, and then she continued on with college and did her thing, and the only thing that we had was Gmail, and I just dropped her a line every once in a while, letting her know where I was because she was the only friend from that past life that I had the email address of. It was nothing like, oh, I'm trying to get with you or another. I was on the other side of the goddamn world and letting her know. But then things develop. You get Facebook and when you go through many relationships, and then every once in a while, every 3 years, 4 years, you drop a line to somebody and be like, hey, I'm doing good. I hope you are too. Blah, 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 blah. Based off of your Facebook, presentations. And then it came to be where I was out and she was doing her thing. And it was like, hey, you're not too far from me. Let's hang out. So I drove an hour and we hung out and we drank beer and caught up all night long, just like we used to do back in the college days. And then she came and visited me where I lived. And we dated. There was no the sexuality of it didn't come into it until several meetings and several movings of locations until this and that, and being solid as an individual before you make a move to be like, and getting to know somebody about, hey, it's it's not just about, hey, us, hey, you want to fuck, or or even in the instance when you feel it, it's
Okay.
be like, hey, well, what are your life goals?
Wait, wait.
And for many visits with each other, we
Untrackable.
just
Untrackable. I hear you.
we came to these it was not, it's not like a legal thing where you have to put it down on paper. It was like, yeah, I want to be a father, and I want to settle down, and I want to stop playing stupid games, and I want to stop putting people and when that is reciprocated, and then I came to her mother and I said, hey, one day I'm gonna come to her and I'm gonna say this, and her mother said, hey, you let me know when. And I was like, well, I'm not going to let you know when, because I still have to meet my own goals before I come to her with being this dude that's going to be this for her. Because I gotta be this for myself before I'm going to be this for somebody else.
Freeze. Ooh.
No, there is no freeze. I gotta be me.
No, I said preach. I didn't say freeze. I said preach. I didn't say that.
Before I can be this for somebody else. And I also have to have faith that that person is them at that point. And 11 years later, we are where we are. So you guys, that was dating for us. Was I live where I live, and it's a distance. And you live where you live, and that's a distance. And we put up with that distance, but we grew together each and every time. That first physical interaction with each other, that was a 3-hour drive. And when we came out into the den, if you will, foyer afterwards next morning, we had friends and family that were already drinking coffee and eating breakfast, and they laughed at us.
That's life, nigga.
Okay, so
sorry, I apologize.
I mean, I hear your story, and it's a Disney story for real. But
I ain't no Disney story. What you talking about, bro?
In reality, no, it's a Disney type. Like, they should make a movie about it. But what I'm saying is, in reality, to a general public.
Oh, yeah, you are too long.
Disney story, and then turn around and said, "But the reality."
But the reality of it is, he can't project. He cannot project his relationship onto the world.
Ruthless,
right?
like ruthless.
You can't forget what you're saying on everybody else.
So we're talking about dating, right? So
ruthless, you are too encapsulated in yourself, bro. You need
when it comes to that story, if you're having a hard time, I would say some of the best things you can do is look back into your past to the good people that you were with. Because if you keep searching for the future, you will never find it.
Okay, so
you will find people that you keep running into day in and day out.
Untrackable. So let's be realistic, right? Let's look at the numbers. The numbers tell a story, right? You have a story, and the numbers have a story. The numbers say that people are not happy together. People are leaving each other left and right because they just can't seem to get the reciprocation. These fairy tale Disneyland type situations are minority. They're very anecdotal and very rare, right? But in the majority of people who out here searching for someone to get along with, someone to build with, the results are just not coming back.
Do you know what? Do you know what's anecdotal? Like the way you speak.
Wait. No,
wait. No, wait a second. Yo, are you capable of listening to some shit? What is anecdotal?
Anecdotal is not the conversation, right? Because
no, you said it. You brought up. I didn't.
Now I said the dating market isn't dead. It just has evolved.
Okay, so it's as evolved.
The women
as you see it, right? Because you said on the last live that you were trying to get with women on dating apps. That's what you said, right?
I don't use dating apps, but what I'm saying is,
okay. So you didn't do that, right? So how you actually reaching women?
Listen. I just
no, don't do that. You're always attractive. Wait a second. Look, bruh. No, bruh. Look, at the end of the day, how you reaching women? What woman you got in your life? What woman do you have in your life to actually speak to?
Go on my IG. You want my IG? Go on my IG.
I don't give a fuck about that. Look. Yeah. What women do you have in your life? What women do you have in your
I'm gonna put
life?
it in, I'm gonna
Go
put
to
it
the
in chat.
track. Oh
I'm
no,
putting it in the chat.
say some names. Say some names.
I'm gonna
Say
put it
some
in my
names.
chat.
I've been over to your. I've been over to your live. No,
No, because I'm not going to make this.
Give me 2 seconds.
So what I'm saying about the dating
Listen,
market,
girl.
down,
Girl, now I'm gonna treat you like a girl, okay?
Then you go on Kendra G. Talking about you need
Oh
women to
my lord!
What women are you bringing on your live, nigga? You want to talk about women?
He
You
need
don't
a
know
woman
shit
to
about
lead
women.
him,
You've been in your
and
own
he
fucking
was trying to get
sleaze
at.
all this life.
He was on a
You
dating.
want to
Pause.
give
I'm gonna
us
let
some
you know.
sort
Hey,
of
chat. I just need to know. I'm gonna ask this question to both of you guys. And I need you to be honest. Have either one of you gone to Kendra G?
I haven't gone to Kendra G.
Yeah, you're frozen, bro.
Oh shit. Have either one of you gone to Kendra G?
Yeah.
Simon is gone. Simon was on
Yeah?
there.
Simon, you've been to Kendra G?
Yeah.
He said, "I need a bitch."
Wow.
I ain't say that.
Yes, you did.
This man's mind state is crazy. You know what I'm
You said you need a
saying?
woman to run you. I saw the whole thing. She was Kendra G. I don't know why you tried to get her.
You saw the whole thing?
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. You was up there. You was desperate, right? You looked at thirsty as a motherfucking, fish in the sea. But, I mean,
but you saw the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. You were literally getting that Kendra G. You liked it her. You had a crush on her.
How long did it last?
Simon, you were really on Kendra G. You were really on Kendra G and disrespecting.
There's something to be said there too, and that is okay. You're a man, and you're gonna run shit, and you're gonna run your life. But at the same time, if you are going to be in a relationship, you have to concede certain things. And if you are not willing to concede certain things to the power of your partner, well, you will not have a relationship. You understand?
Yeah, it's cool.
Nobody's disagreeing with that, right? Because we see that the women are divorcing rich and powerful men as well.
No, they are not. Like, what are you talking about? You keep coming up with this bullshit. Like, oh my lord, like what?
Giselle divorced Tom Brady, right? She put the file on Tom Brady.
You're speaking about a marriage. We're talking about dating. You're talking about a
No. I was talking
marriage.
But I was answering his statement. He said he's talking about a relationship up here, right, Mr. Attractable. So I'm telling him that the results that the people in the dating market are seeing, that women, because they're leaving so much in marriages and relationships, that women
are not leaving. Like, what's wrong with you? You keep talking this shit.
Let me finish.
I apologize. I apologize for
I don't want to finish my statement.
I'm at right now.
He's so adamant on like,
marriages. Sorry, what were you saying? Untrackable? You were saying.
I apologize for coming from where I'm at right now, but I did go through the levels of dating and with my wife that led to, and it was distance traveling. It was conversations about what are your ultimate goals and the yada 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 before it even got physical. So if you want to dominate, or you just want to fuck, or I'm not sure what dating even really means if it's not towards an ultimate goal. What is your? I would ask you to define your ultimate goal, and then maybe you can define your ultimate goal towards your potential partner. You know what I'm saying?
If it was that easy, right? If it's that easy, right? More people will be in happily relationships.
Nah, bro, look, it ain't easy for you. That don't mean it ain't easy for us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you look, bro, you need to chill the fuck out. Like, yo, it just sounds like you've never experienced love, or you've never experienced a real relationship or some shit like that. You keep banging on.
I'm making it about me. I'm not making it about me. I'm making it about
you are totally making it about you. You try like Act like, look, like you can't have a fucking relationship.
We're talking about talk shows, right? We have women.
Now you're detracting. No, don't do that. No, don't do that with me. No,
we have women saying they don't need
We're not talking about talk shows.
What the fuck?
You're talking about talk shows.
He went
We're
real
not talking about talk shows.
Jesus Christ. Thing, right? I speak about you and a relationship. When's the last time? Yo, when is the last time, bro? No, Rufus. When is the last time you had a relationship? For real.
I don't want to make it about just me, right?
When was the last time you had a relationship, bro?
It's not about me. It's not about me, right? Because you will not.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You want to like try and educate us. Look, I'll take your advice if it was cool. But like, I swear to God, I'm the first thing on the internet go, okay, I've been celibate for 5,000 years. I'm speaking to you. You sound like you've been celibate too much. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what to do with it. Like, I don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's have the conversation about dating, right? And is it dead or is it alive? Right? That's what the conversation about.
Look, Resla, I'll check you another day because this dude is wild, man. I can't take him. Yo, untrackable. You know my I appreciate you know that. Like I can't do this dude, bro.
If dating was everything that you claimed that it was, right? You can turn around, you can look at other areas because apparently you only want to stick to what's going on here in the U.S. You can look across the globe and also see that dating is a hindrance, right? And not everybody's getting divorced and all this other shit that you could look to only the U.S. on. Because guess what? That's not happening in Korea. That's not happening in Japan.
Well, what's not happening?
There's still the massive divorces that you're talking about, and they're still suffering
from
a dating epidemic.
Well, I'm speaking to where I live at, what I see around me. I haven't been to Korea.
Love that. Are you going to be speaking for the entire world based on where you live at?
So this is what I do know, right?
That was a question. That was a question. Are you going to speak for the entire world based on where you live at?
I'm speaking on the numbers, which I've researched, the stats in America, where we live at, where we currently grew up at, and I'm looking at the evolution of women in an all-time rate of feminism, right? And this thing called feminism is real, right? And this is what's dictating the market. This is why a lot of men are opted out of dating because they don't think the investment is worth the return. So
you said you don't think they don't think that they think that the investment is worth the term, right? Are there more men or women on dating apps?
Men.
They don't think it's worth it?
That's slowly going opposite.
There are more. Wait, you talked about women running the dating market, right? And I asked you the question: who builds the apps? You said men. I said, okay, well, who invests more in these apps, especially when we're talking about being in stocks and everything? You said men. Then you turned around and said the investment part of it. I said, who are more on these apps, men or women? You said men. Who's running shit?
The women.
How?
Because
the money's not going to them. It's not catered to them. Okay, so they're not the ones developing it, but you're going to tell me they're running it.
No, well, I didn't say the app. I didn't say the women are running the app. I said the dating market.
How? The men are the ones that's mainly funding it.
Let's add the context.
They're funding it. They're the majority on the app. They're the ones most funding it.
But they're chasing.
They have the most numbers in it. They're the most to develop it. Okay. How?
Because men are chasing because they are thirsty. That's why they're the majority. They're the thirstiest motherfuckers. Because in live person, they don't have the confidence.
If the men are not up there paying for the app, if the men are not up there paying for the profiles, paying for the apps, developing the actual app, making a profit off it, investing into actual stock to get their own little dividends and everything else from it, right? How can you turn around and say the market belongs to the women? How can you turn around and look at all that and then turn around and say like the future's female? How can you do that?
You're not listening because
you're not listening. I'm giving you stats. I'm giving you stats.
Okay, I'm answering the question. Most men on apps because they're thirsty, right? They're trying to chase what they're not getting off the apps, right?
in other words, are you going to tell me that
so the
women aren't in the street? They're just on apps, right? They're not in the street. They're not in the
women,
workplace.
women
They're not on
are
the bus. They're not in the
okay.
train. They're not in the corners. They're just only on apps.
Damn, you let me finish my thought. Answer all that for you. You keep cutting me off. So when I'm just trying to break down,
you keep
you don't want to let me finish
because you don't clean. You shift and you don't answer questions.
I'm answering the question for you, but it takes a little bit of time. Give me a little seconds. All I'm saying is most men are on apps because they don't have the courage or they've been rejected so much in person, right? That they have to go to the apps to have the best chance possible. The women are dictating the apps of who's going out and who's not. One woman can have 40 men in her trying to get a date from her, right? And she picked from those 40 men, not the other way around, right? So she's saying, okay, and she's looking at the best suitor through maybe his finances, looks, et cetera, et cetera. So the women are dictating because she's saying to the men on the app who put their profiles together, your shit better be right. She's sitting back and picking, right? Who is worthy to go out with her, not the other way around. If the men were dictating, then the women would be mostly on the app, and he'll be dictating who's going to go out with him. He'll be sitting there who's worthy.
Is she picking people to go out on date with? Is she picking people to go on date with?
Yes, the women are.
So tell me how the world of dating is dying.
Because she's out of 50 men.
What I just heard is that there's 50 people she can date from. So how the world of dating is dying. So how is it dead if she has 50 people she can pick from?
Let me finish. After the 50 men that's on her page trying to get at her, right? She only picks one or two. And when they meet her, her demands are because she in her mind, she has those options of the other men that she didn't pick. Her demands are very high, so therefore, this is why they're like saying, "Okay,
what would you say?
When I show up today,
50, right? Is she supposed to date all 50? Is she supposed to date all 50?
Huh?
Is she supposed to date all 50? And let's just say,
no, I'm not saying that. No.
Let's just say if she was cycling through men, right? How many men would find her valuable because she doesn't cycle through men?
Well, they would know
because she has the options, right?
Yeah. But they would know.
So how many men would see her as a viable candidate if all she did was cycling, right?
They wouldn't know. Because she
so let me understand. So she's demonized. So she's demonized for picking the one. When we date women, we want them to be exclusively only, right? So she's picking from out of the 50, she's choosing one, right? But if she cycles through 50 of them, so she has a choice of 50, right? Then we also have to look at her a disparaging way. So what route is she supposed to take, Ruthless?
So what I'm saying is,
what's the plausible one?
The best way to date is how trackable it is, right? The most, I think, the more. Is that the question you asked? What's more better? What's the better way to date? Is that the question you asked?
I asked, what is she supposed to do? So that's the scenarios you put her in. What was she supposed to do?
She's doing what she's supposed to do. She's getting.
That's not what I asked you. What is she supposed to do since you posed those scenarios?
I just said, okay. What is she supposed to do? She's supposed to pick. She's picking who she thinks is the best suitor to fund her demands.
And that's a problem. Why?
Because most men on the dating side are average.
Untrackable, you got them.
Do you understand?
But I just heard she's gonna be. What I just heard is that she's shit on regardless of what. So she can look. She's literally picking the best that she can get, the best she's looking for. But that's a problem.
Yes, because most men lie on their profiles. Most women, they pump up.
So she's. Let me answer it. Is she supposed to be a piece of shit for picking the best that she can, even though men are lying on the profiles?
I'm not saying she's a piece of shit.
So why are we besmirching her for her character for basically being?
Her.
You said she's got a plethora of people. She's choosing the best she can, but that's the reason why the dating market is dying across. Again, is the dating world dead?
I'm just making a point of
the dating is not dead.
No, it's not dead. What I'm saying is you made a statement, right? You say who dictates the market. I say the women, you say the men. And then you use your context is most men on dating apps is why they dictate the dating market. And I'm telling you that's wrong. Is the women don't necessarily have to use that, but the women who are on there are the ones picking.
The market is based on what?
The market is based on or who
even
gets the most demands?
No, the
Who
market is
I
gets
based. The market is based on the market is based off of values, and those values are based
right,
off of profit.
right, and the women dictate that.
Who spends the most? And again, we're gonna go back to numbers. Who's mainly on these apps? You say men.
Men,
When you look at these profiles, guess what? You have to pay the premiums for your profile to get circulated higher in the algorithm. Who,
yes,
based on the numbers that we just talked about, who are the
yes,
ones that are paying most on it? Men.
men,
Okay, cool. So the man created the algorithm, created the damn system for it.
yes,
Men and women can get on it.
yes,
The bulk of the people on those apps happen to be men. There's a
yes,
premium just to make sure that your freaking profile is actually circulated out there, which means men are paying premium dollars to get
yes,
their shit circulated out there, which means that
yes.
the profit margins for that particular app on the marketplace gets up there because of all the people who are paid into it, which is the majority of men. But you want to tell me that the people who are running it are women.
So
Tell
you
me
are
how
having
that makes sense. Make it
okay.
make sense.
I see
It's a
disconnect.
money
We're
aspect.
having
Tell me how that makes
we're having
sense.
two different conversations.
No,
You're
we're
talking
not.
about yes, we
No,
are.
we're not.
Yes,
No, we're
we are.
not.
Let me
No, we're
break it
not.
down. Yes,
no,
we
We're
are.
not.
I have to interject. I have to, and that is when you talk about the market. Um, we are not products. None of us are
Yes, you are.
products.
Yes, you are.
No, we are not.
Yes, you are.
Uh, we are people that go to the same place and do the same thing at the same time, and we meet people. So what you do will put you close to somebody that is similar to you. And when it just so happens to be that somebody that you spend enough time in that place at that time doing the exact same thing with, it opens a viability. And should you connect there, that's real world. The option of technology is superficial because you think that this person isn't viable because they don't look a certain way or because their profile description doesn't do it for you. But if you spent 5 minutes with somebody that's in this place doing this thing at this time and same, uh, maybe eventually, hey, you know, I, I want to do this with you at my place. The exact same thing. I just want to change the place. Do you want to come over because you know this person and this person and this person that also do the exact same thing at the exact same place at the exact same time? I'm just trying to change the place to make it my house, and that way you will have friends together. And
Okay. So
you see what I'm saying? There's
that's
a
what you're
difference
saying.
between
That
real
is
life
nuance.
and these
There,
apps.
there
I'm
are.
I'm not against the apps,
I'm
but
just. Can I
if you
answer?
want to really meet somebody, then you have to spend time with them.
We know that. All right. We know that shit. So here's the deal, right? What Resla you're talking about is what the profitability they're making. Who's making the profit? Men are carrying the apps, and the owners of the app are making profit for most men paying. Yes, that is one thing. Right? I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the market of value versus man versus woman. Right? So the
Well,
women,
the conversation
the
is
women.
about dating.
So what I'm
How
saying
do
is
you
the
meet
women.
somebody and then
Let me
see
get
them
my thought out.
again?
Let me get my thought out.
How do you
Untrackable.
get to
I'll
meet
let you get your whole thought out.
somebody and then see
Untrackable.
them again?
Untrackable. I'll let you get your whole thought out. Let me get mine.
Okay.
All I'm saying is the women, right, are dictating the dating market when it comes to right the demands. Who are putting the demands on who, right? So the
That's
men are acquiescing to the women, right, to get
that is not
sex
true.
or whatever else, family, whatever, right? For one, the women will never pay for a date. The men,
Incorrect.
that is a standard and an expectation for men to pay for the date. Two, expectation is you need to be a provider, maybe an essential provider, not just a regular provider. You need to be on a certain level for a lot of women, right? Especially a bad bitch. Right? So now we're talking about the bad bitches. The bad bitch, right? They have high expectations, right? So they
Not
they want men with 6 figures, 6 feet,
not
and 6
true.
inches, right? This is
Not true.
Listen, Untrackable. I don't know what YouTube you've been in, but we have many shows where women come out and say they want men
with
high value.
with a diatribe of indoctrination of things that people who are even in those chats don't experience in real life.
But women are even out here, they're valuing themselves. Women are overvaluing themselves, right? Because
when I walk outside, I don't see this shit.
Yeah, because you're obviously not dating, right? Now, if you ever go in, you're in a relationship.
I walk outside. I mean, even when I'm in a relationship, I move outside. I talk to women. Women talk to me. I'm in bars. I go to parties all the time.
Yeah, but you're not. You got a woman, don't you? Aren't you in a relationship?
Who said I walk around advertising my shit?
Oh, I guess you're still looking.
Does that really stop women from talking to me?
Well, no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
what are you saying? Because you're not going to write the narrative on me.
Resla, no, I'm just saying your intentions are different. You're in a relationship, and
you don't know my intentions.
Okay. Well, maybe you want multiple women. I don't know, right? Last week you were saying that you're in a relationship and she's making you happy. So, right. So when you talk to women, your mindset is different. You're not trying to take them out.
How do you know?
Because you told me you're happy last week. Unless you're trying to ruin your relationship, but then that's another thing, right?
In that case, it sounds like somebody who doesn't have is trying to dictate to people who do have how they got to where we are. And this is not a game.
That was a confusing statement. What do you mean?
No, it's not a confusing statement.
It's not. It's not if you go back to exactly what I said in the beginning. Are you trying to speak for other people based on where you live?
You don't have. I'm not saying that you don't, but I'm saying if you don't have, and you're gonna dictate to people who do have how they got to where they are today. Good luck in saying that I was wrong.
I'm not dictating.
Good luck on that.
I'm not dictating to nobody where they need to be. What I'm saying is, the average man out here has.
You know the average man?
Huh?
I
hang out. I got a lot of buddies. We go to different places, and I see the games that are being played. I see what's going on. Right, the women are dictating the market. Right, they're the ones setting the standards, the expectations. Most men have to approach the woman and ask
I think you really got to do a lot more. Because you said even when I brought numbers to you, you still talking about what talking points. Because I just even you ever seen a singles mixers or speed dating or anything? Who are there? Who is mostly there? Women or men? The women came there to see who?
Where?
But the women come to see who on speed dating and even singles mixers. Who they there to see?
What is that?
Oh, you don't even know what those are.
Say that again?
It's set up parties where women are there to meet single men, but you know what happened? Men don't show up, so there's a shit ton of women there. And guess what? The men that are actually there, they're paid.
It's understandable.
Understandable. So keep in mind, the things that are cool, they're exclusively for women. Men are not in those areas. But you said that the women are running the market for something that is paid for predominantly by men, used predominantly by men, created by men, held up by men. But you say that they run the app? No, it's marketed to men. They're the ones who are taking advantage of it.
I'm not talking about
apps.
I would also add, what does dating lead up to? What is the point of dating? If you want to hook up. But what is the point of getting to know somebody if there's not a further purpose down the road?
So you know what the purpose of dating is 2 parties involved, right? Figuring out if they're going to go into a commitment with this person or not, right?
Which is what?
So through that is getting to know them on everything about them, right? For men, it's all about personality, courtmanship, respect, consistency. Where for women, it's about, looks, provision. Is he a provider? Is he this? I mean, it's
I'm not gonna accept your
Standard for all men and all
description of
women.
I want out of my life, and I'm definitely not gonna accept your description of what women want.
Well, they want providers.
I'm not gonna accept it.
Do you disagree with that?
Yes.
Yes, I disagree with what you said because you don't speak for women. You speak
Because there are definitely women. There are definitely women out here taking care. There are definitely women out here taking care of men.
Let me ask both of you a question. So just so we can get on a clarification. So you guys believe that the men are looking for providers?
There are definitely men who are looking for women to have money, and there are definitely women out here who are taking care of men. And that has been a long time.
Is that a majority or minority?
The majority of men are not taking care of women. Majority of relationships are 50-50.
Hey, I think that's
here. We're moving the goalposts.
No, we're not.
I think that's a
that's the law of averages. That's the law of averages. That's the law of averages. The law of averages. Averages. Average.
Right, but you're moving the goalposts.
What was your question?
We're talking about dating.
Right. Hey, I would say in a relationship and searching for a partner, and that's where dating leads to partnership, leads to other things.
Okay, you're just regurgitating now what I just said.
Yeah. You have to find somebody that completes you.
It's a process.
So it's teamwork. So if somebody has money and they have power, and hey, that might lead the other person to concede and be the homemaker. It doesn't matter whether it's the man or the woman necessarily.
We're not talking that conversation.
No, it really leads to that, because why would you date somebody that is exactly like you, will be in competition with you for the rest of your life?
Respectfully, right? I hear what you're saying, right? And I'm not disagreeing with that. But when we're talking about in the very beginning phases of dating, right? Most women are going to look for providers. Most men are going to look for aesthetics.
I'm not going to accept you speaking for women. I'm going
to ask you a very simple.
Wait a minute, I'm just trying to finish my thought. Then y'all can go ahead and go back at me. I'm not going to be.
I got a very simple question.
Well, if you're not gonna share your personal experience, you're gonna speak for people that aren't you. Good luck.
Okay, but
getting your point across.
I'm just saying you made a statement. Right, and all I'm doing is rebuttaling, saying that men and women date for different reasons. Right, we don't date for the same thing. Right, women they look for provision, protection, and all those things. Men,
and that's all women.
We don't look for provision. Right, we don't look for protection.
You're speaking on stereotype.
Right, I'm just saying that men do not look for provision or protection from women.
And that's all men.
Is that agreed? I'm saying, do we agree with that?
No.
So you said men look for protection from women?
They damn for sure look for provision.
So I'm saying when you said when a man dating a woman, he's looking to see if she can protect him?
Probably not, but he's damn
okay, so that's for provision. And provision, right? I would say maybe provision is the wrong word, but they're looking for providers.
What other word would you use for it?
Providers. Sorry, providers was what I meant to say. Providers. Most men are not looking for a woman to provide for them, and financially. Right? 98% of men are dating. They're not looking for a woman to have a bunch of money.
98%. You can vouch for 98%.
I'm just throwing a number out there. Most men do not date women looking for.
I love how 98 came out there. You know how
you disagree?
98%.
You disagree? I'm just throwing it out there.
90% of a specific sex.
Yes, I'm standing on that. Most men, when they date a woman, do not look for money from them. They do not look for protection from them.
You know what I'm gonna say, and you're not gonna be able to do it, right?
What?
Provide me the stats, and I'll wait.
I gave you a stat.
No, from where? Where do you
Off the
sort?
top
Just
of my
like
head.
sort.
I was freestyling.
You're not the source of it, because you know what we call that. We call that. No,
So
we call
which
that
one?
right.
So what
Fallacy.
stat? What stat do you want? Then?
Which one can you provide to me?
Okay.
That can prove that 98%
of men when they date a woman don't look for money.
Hey, I would also add that you can live your life hoping to be the statistics that you believe in, or you can create your own statistic and be part of the system that is against you. And I would say good luck to us all.
So here's a question I have for you, Mr. Untrackable. Do you think that the dating market, which you haven't been in forever, right, is the same as before you got married to now?
Yes.
Do you think it's the same?
Yes, I think there's I think there has been some developments that have given people more options, but I do not agree with those options. However, the same options that I was offered still exist, and that is get your ass out in public and be who you are and stop pretending to be something online.
So here's the question I have. One more question. Untrackable. So are you paying your mortgage, or are you and your wife splitting the mortgage?
I pay for the house, I pay for the insurance, I pay for so much. And then you know what? You know what my wife pays for? She pays for the vacations.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's fine. You run your house, right? I'm not telling the man how to run his house. I'm just saying. So that's my point, right? Is
so
most women
I got a question for you.
Of these type of men, like
I got a question for you.
I
got a question for you. So
yes.
since you turned around, you even mentioned a point where even if they go there, you were talking about women who turn around, divorce their husbands, women who are out there looking for money and all this other stuff, right? So I got a question for you. Since you put up this crazy stat of saying that 98% of men want to be the ones who are the caretakers of the women and everything that's like that, right? Yes. Are you advocating that 98% of men should just be walking wallets?
Well, that's not a negotiable. That's what they are.
No, that's what I asked the question. You're advocating that men should just be walking wallets.
I'm not advocating. No, it's
what. Well, apparently, if that's all they have to look forward to, you must be saying that men just get your money up.
Resla, how old are you?
No, this sounds familiar because only within the past couple of years have I learned the word incel. And that is that, like, oh, I have money in my pocket and you are a pussy. Does that make sense to you? Like, oh, I have money in my pocket and you are my pussy. That is no relationship at all. That's not dating. That will never lead to marriage. I have money in my pocket and you are my pussy.
Okay, so Mr. Untrackable, I hate to break the bad news to you, but the reciprocation of men doing things for women to the ultimate of relationship or marriage is ownership, right? They want her, that's his bitch for life. And that pussy belongs to him in his mind. And if she tries to go out and share with it, it is a atrocity, right? It could actually get her kicked out. So do men try to possess women that they love? Yes. Come on, let's not be.
I think if that is the sentiment that you're sharing, Rufus, then you are the great reason why men are failing. You're an example of that.
No. I'm just saying is most men.
Why they are failing? If that's the expectation, a lot of men are failing.
I'm just saying it's most men when they get a relationship, they want that pussy just for him, not to be shared with nobody else. Can we agree with that? I'm just saying. Can we agree?
Have you ever
answer the question?
Have you ever said vows like I'm not going to violate this and I have faith that this person won't violate this? Have you ever done that?
If you answer my question, I answer yours. Do you, when you marry a woman or make her your woman, do you want that coochie only for you?
Not unless she's married.
I have faith. I'm answering your question. I have faith. I have faith that she will not violate her vows, because we stood and presented ourselves in front of both of our families and apparently in front of God and said, hey, through good times and bad, but that's what raises a question to me, is that it's all about the coochie to you. It's not about the ultimate goal. It's not about the ultimate goal of how long is life, and how bad people can fail, and how much forgiveness you have when somebody does you wrong, and when the person closest to you does you wrong, will you still have that same forgiveness?
Slow down. You're moving too fast.
Have found that out yet? However, you want to narrow everything down to pussy. So go get your pussy and stop pretending like you want to be in a relationship with somebody.
Untrackable. Relax. All I just asked was a question. Now the question you answered is yes, you expect that pussy so you're possessing that. Resla, if this is your girlfriend, y'all go into a commitment to be, you're my man, I'm your man, you're my woman. Do you expect her to hold that pussy down? Yes or no? Simple. Is that an expectation, or you don't care?
I would like her to, but I won't expect it, because people cheat all the time.
Well, I'm just saying.
And I'm the wrong person, because I'm already broken and jaded. I don't trust people.
I understand that. I'm not disputing that. All I'm saying is, if she goes out and have sex with another guy,
given my history with people, if she did it, I wouldn't be surprised.
So if she goes out and sleeps with another man, would that be considered cheating?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you do it.
But did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said?
At the same time, are you expected to be just as trustable?
I'm not going into trust right now. I'm just talking about contract, right?
Oh no. If you're talking about if you're talking about owning a pussy, are you just as trustable to her?
Well, that's another conversation, because she's not.
No, it's not. How are you going to ask?
We welcome to double standards.
No. I can't answer for her.
No. Don't say.
Wait, no. You can't say that. See, you can't. You try. See, that's what you just tried with me. You can't answer for her. This is why I said, if she did that with me, surprised, I can't answer for her.
Right. No. I'm not saying, I'm not asking you to answer for her. I'm asking your standard and your expectations. Do you expect your woman to hold that coochie down? Now, to untractable point, you answered already.
I'll answer your fucking question. I do not hold expectations.
No, I'm not actually answering again. I understood your answer, but I'm talking to untractable now. What I'm saying is, see, Mr. Untractable, I understand what you're saying. And this is the thing about living in America, right? We don't like to call a spade, right? We want to go around the bottle. It's not about just a pussy. It's about personality. It's about this and this and that. But if she gives that shit away, it could cause the house to tear apart. So it's very important that for the sake of the house to stay together, that she hold it down for you, meaning this is an expectation that she needs to comply with, or it could be over. So yes, it's an expectation.
And how strict are you going to be on your own self?
Now, that's another conversation. We'll talk about the men's side.
It's another conversation, it's not another conversation.
Yes, it is, because right now we're speaking on
something winds up happening in the dating. It takes it back to dating, where it's like, hey, if I'm dating you, and let's just say it gets physical, right? that is a certain type of commitment that needs to be upheld. Well, if I'm dating 5 girls and I am physical with all of them, trying to figure out which one would be my ultimate that I'm going to, maybe possibly spend the rest of my life with. At the same time, maybe she is faithful and doing nothing except for you, but at the same time, there's 4 others that you are sowing with. You understand what I'm saying? So
Wait a minute.
once it becomes official,
Wait a minute. Did you
um,
listen to the last
it
stream?
becomes a, once it becomes official, she may still be stable, but what the fuck are you doing? Because if you're expecting somebody to uphold standards that you don't uphold for your own self, what are you worth to her? Because she is your teammate from then and there on. And if you are a liar and a cheater and a stealer, um, why put so much judgment on them?
Well,
I understand in the artifact of, hey, we're a team and I hold you to a standard. But if you're not going to hold yourself to the same, if not even a higher standard, well, then I would question you.
okay, so now all I'm saying is this, right? Because that's a whole other conversation. What I'm saying is this: as men, when we're out here dating, right, we're not looking. Mostly, we're not looking for monetary gain from women. That's your, you know, small percentage. But most men, we're looking for, sex or a partner, right? Sex first, then post that clarity, you might become a partner, right? It's a gamble, right? It's all a gambling. You're dating 5, 6 women, trying to figure out which one could work for you, right? It's a process, right? They just say everybody who dates doesn't mean they're going into a relationship. That's one, right? That's first. That's the foundation. It means you're dating to see if you guys are compatible. That's number one, right? And so you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, correct? So you're dating multiple women and you're seeing which one is for you, which one you could be for, right? Doesn't mean you don't like all 5 of them, but you're just looking, maybe you're not connecting. And then you meet a 6th one and you might connect with her and get rid of the 5. It's up to you. It's at your discretion. But the point I'm making is the dating is a tool to seek out as a seeking point to see who's your person, right? And it takes time. And this sometimes takes time. It ain't just happen all the time overnight, right? It takes months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year. Or in your case, years, right? You went off to do something in your life, and your friend, who maybe you sort of kind of thought about from time to time, you kept in contact with her, and she kept in contact with you, and it was not a traditional dating, but it was kind of it was a connection, right? It was a connection, and the connection came to fruition over time. So there are different ways that we find our persons, right? And it's not necessarily one abstract way. Okay, dating is just a tool to get out here and be socializing, so that we can be assertive in our search for our person. That's the intentions, that the standard. All I'm saying is this, right? All I'm saying is this, and I'll land it. The dating road will never be dead, because why? We're social creatures, right? We're going to get out, even though men aren't approaching women like that these days. They're going through apps or at work or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We still are being assertive in maybe different ways. And then once we meet the person, hopefully with intentions, that becomes our person.
So I gotta ask.
Right?
So I'm gonna ask a question. Why is it that Gen Z is not engaging in dating?
Because the product is no longer what the product used to be.
No, no. So if we're looking for since apparently you only pay attention to the U.S. in your area, and I pay attention to the entire globe, even in our own areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
The younger generation is not dating, or have you not noticed that not only the birth rate is down, but now we are on verge of having more people who are less in risk of dying than those being born. They're
Yeah.
not having kids. They're not even dating.
And this is dictated by the women, right? A lot of women don't want to have kids. They want to live
Men
out
don't
there.
want to do it.
Well,
Men don't
no,
want to have kids.
the modern women do not want to have kids on
I
a
heard young
majority.
guys
I'm
who
not
tell
saying
us
men
they
don't.
didn't want nothing.
I'm not arguing that men don't, but majority, right? Women don't want to have kids because they want to live out their lives in greatness, right? They feel like they want to have their girls' trips. They want to do the things that the youthful prove. They don't want to be like their moms and be stuck in the kitchen. They want to live their life until they feel they maximize their things they like to do, right? And they're not. That's why they lead the rate of abortions, right? So the question is why is men not dating like they used to? Because the product that's put before them is not worth the product as advertised.
But you would encourage that they still be 98% wallets.
Well, that's not negotiable. That's not
Really,
negotiable. It's not negotiable because women dictate that market, right? That especially
Interesting.
bad bitch. She talking about you want to get to know me. You been not talking about taking me to no motherfucking McDonald's or Burger King. If you tell to the average bad bitch, oh, a bitch is really attractive, hey, I'm gonna take you out to Burger King. She will ghost you. She will block you, right? It's just the way the game is going, right? The women are dictating the market. They're the ones saying this is our standards, and the men who have access to us need to meet these standards.
So by
And
that logic of what you're saying there's more bad bitches than there are average women.
well, they're kind of the same.
So they're all bad bitches. You're all gonna agree they're all tens, right? Is that what we're doing?
This is where context matters, right? I'm gonna give it to you. So
You know,
the bad
to
bitches are playing. Let me one second, Trace. One time I'm gonna let you go. The bad bitches, right, are playing such a cold game because the standards are so fucking high, right? And the average women see this. They know this. So what happened? Now the average women and below are now in demand. They're the highest demand now. Men are looking more towards them, and now they want the bad bitch treatment. Right? Oh, no. You think you're finna come over here and treat us any less than what they are? No. So in essence, an average woman who's really attractive and got a nice body, maybe a decent face, she is getting her DMs getting filled up. She's getting a lot of attention. And she's using that now to her advantage. And in her mind, as a delusion, she thinks she's a bad bitch.
So you're just basically saying that all of them are bad bitches? Because I literally say average, because average means not all of them have great bodies.
Well, yeah, but because that used to be a standard in the 80s and 90s, right? But now in 2025, even if they don't have a great body,
you can walk outside. You can see the world. I don't know when's the last time you've been outside, but I can walk outside.
I'm outside all the time. I'm outside, baby.
So how can you say that's something back in the 80s? First of all, sir, I was born in the 80s, which means I didn't have to see these grown ass women at that time. I can see it now in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah,
we're in the 20s now.
So what I'm saying is,
I can see that every day I walk outside.
No, it's all about supply and demand, right? Right now, the average woman is in high demand, really high demand, because nobody really wants to deal with a bad bitch because of all the attitude, all the baggage that comes with her. So they're looking more towards average women. But now these average women know this. They understand this. And they're leveraging that, right, against men to still get bad bitch treatment. So really, they're kind of like the same person. See, women can see these things and they know these things. This is why a woman, you say, like, damn, you ain't even like that. But she thinks she's like that because why? She got 25 niggas in her DM talking about, I'll cash app you for a date. I'll cash app you for some roses. What you want? Anything you want, baby. You fine. You beautiful. She's getting told this every 5 seconds. She's getting told this every 3 seconds. So now, here you come. You think you're going to cheapskate her? Oh, yeah, baby, let's go walk in the park and I'm going to take you to Burger King. She's going to look at you like, no. And you got niggas in my DMs are taking me to Roof Chris. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, you're talking about the levels of people.
Yes.
So, and you're talking about the men and the women, about bad bitches and whatnot. So, if you're talking about elite men that get to dictate who they get with, and they are bad bitches, and then you talk about average people, and then you talk about the bottom of the bottom.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, an elite person, somebody that is actually doing something with their life, they get to pick who they're with. And you then have these people that do nothing with their lives except for look pretty. And that is what is sold to you through the media. And then you have average people where both the man and the woman are both worth something. And they just want to live their lives. And those are the ones that wind up procreating. And then you have the bottom of the bottom. And those are people that are only with each other so that way they can get fucked up together and destroy each other. And when you get a mix, whether it's an elite person with a fucked up person, or an elite person with an average person, or an average person with a fucked up person, that's when these questions start to arrive. When you look at it in the big picture, but when you look at it in the microcosm, and you put yourself exactly where you deserve to be, and you have your goals set in place, and you find somebody that is on your level, you're probably going to wind up average. I just from talking to you, you would probably wind up average. I think Resla would wind up average. I find myself winding up on average, and I've got an average wife, and I'm going to have an average family, and all the statistics match up that I'm living my life average. I am not elite, and I'm not a fucking piece of shit. However, when you look at it in the numbers, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. However, when you look at it in the internal, like I'm living my life, bro. I'm living my best life. And I have somebody who loves me, and we are creating something that nobody else gets to touch. So when you look at it on this outside look of things, and this I don't have this, so I'm gonna judge this type of viewpoint on it, it's all I can say is good luck to you.
So untrackable. I'm gonna give you a interesting fact, right? See, in 2025, women have access to resources like never before. So the
What
value.
women? What women? What women? What women? Because I'm talking to a woman. What women? What women have access to what?
Your whole soliloquy. I let you finish your whole soliloquy. Now you want to cut me off. I'm trying to be a gentleman to you and let
He's
you
asking
finish
for
your whole,
clarification.
about your life.
Or are we speaking in generality? He's asking for clarification.
You keep talking about, fine. I let you finish. Now I just want to get up my thought out, and then everything add up. So what I'm saying is, women, because they have the access now to the resources like never before, right? They are now devaluing men like never before, right? And because the independent mindset is real, right? The mindset of feminism, equal or better, is real. So this is not why it is the disconnect. This is why men and women are disconnecting, because women no longer see a need to acquiesce to men. They no longer need to cater to men. The men need to cater to them and kiss their ass to get some pussy and a relationship or a family, right? Other than that, women are out here getting their own money. They out here, doing their thing, living their truth. So this is where we at right now, right? In the dating market. The women are saying to the men,
like they haven't been doing
the men
this,
are saying to the men that
you make it sound like this is new. It's not new.
No, I'm just making a point. I'm not saying it's new or not. I'm just making a point. Women are saying to men, we don't mind having you around, but we can do without you if need be. You're not that important. And they have devalued men in a large way to where now women are making it damn nearly impossible for men to have a coachable or a very fruitful dating experience because the demands are so high. And this has become a problem in the communication because now men are saying, because we know the average man only makes between 40, 45K, right? They up to about 50, and they can't afford to be taking these women to these extravagant restaurants. They can't afford to be giving these women Gucci bags and all this shit, right? But women, a lot of women are demanding these things, and it's just fucking up shit.
Well, I would say that you, if that's the way your mindset goes, you are selling yourself for something that you're not. But I would also say that you're buying something that you can't afford.
What I'm saying is, this is what the women are thinking. This is not me.
Well, you're speaking for somebody that's not speaking for themselves.
These are what the women are demanding. Kendra G just had a show the other day. Said, "Yeah, I need a man who's gonna pay this $3,000 hairdo. If he can't pay my bills, then I can't see no need for him. If I can pay my own bills, what do I need a man around me for?" These are shows.
You need to find somebody that's on you.
One more thing. The drizzle. I mean, the sprinkle is real. You got women teaching other women, right, how to use men for their money. Then you got
you need to somebody
money, right? She said,
and that will help you to date. If you're trying to date somebody based off of their looks,
untraceable, trackable. Sorry.
No, bro. You're fucking. You know that, right? I hope you know you're fucking up.
You're missing the point. The women are.
I'm not fucking. I'm missing the point.
Let me finish. The women
you are speaking for women, and you are saying nothing about yourself to prove your point.
This guy is delusional. The women are
He's delusional
online talking about sprinkle. Have you ever heard of sprinkle? Have you heard of that, Mr. Untrackable? This is a movement.
Sure. I haven't, and I live in the real world.
We had a whole 3 months on the women. This is girl. She tells the women.
Again, if your real life is the internet, that's why you're fucked up.
No. What I'm saying is there are women teaching women through these. A lot of women watch social media. I don't know what you think it is. It's a social media age.
Look, you heard that word? Watch.
Yeah.
As in, it's not their real life.
And they're
not their real life. I don't give a fuck what they watch when they walk out into the real world.
These women
here's the thing about when you turn off your screen and you walk outside and you have to breathe in that real air that hits you when you first open your front door. Life has a way of punching you in the mouth. They don't give a fuck about what you was watching on your screen. I work with women. I know women who make more money than I do.
So do you know about sprinkle?
And I go out with them and everything. Guess what? Never been put in that.
How about Brittany Renner? Have you heard of Brittany Renner?
Well, yes, I have. But you know what I don't. You know what I also don't do as a girl. And this is something that we gotta stop doing as Black people. Stop looking at celebrities for everything. Stop looking at athletes and entertainers for everything. They're not the examples for everything.
She's not a celebrity. She just represents a group of women out here that exist.
Guess what? They probably do. But guess what? There's probably a woman for every woman. You know who also exists? You know who's also exists? Porn stars. You know what I rarely ever run across in my life? Porn stars.
So let me ask you a question, Resla.
Just because they exist doesn't mean they're everywhere.
And so now my attention's on you. So are you saying, that's all I'm saying, right? This question. Are you saying that there's not women out here?
Can we understand not being hyperbolic?
I just want to ask a question. Are you saying that there's not women out here using men for money or leaving men and taking their money?
Absolutely. You know what I'm going to say? They're also not in abundance.
Oh, it's a lot. I could name from Tyrese.
I heard you name celebrities, influence, social media, entertainers.
This is a large number, though, right? And didn't you have Jerry? You remember
the same way how I also say that the LGBTQ is also not a large number.
Yes, large
not
number.
Average.
There's a
not
large
average. If you want to talk about average person,
they're not a large number.
You are talking about outliers.
Bigger than what they are.
In statistics, you are talking about outliers.
No, I'm not.
There's extreme norths. There's extreme souths.
No, I'm not. Most women are looking for advice.
No, not most
I can
women.
literally walk outside, run across so many women, and guess what? They won't be that way.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Because I'm in the market. I'm out here. I got a nice little stable. But I would say
Well, then,
this, right?
if you're out there in the marketplace, I would recommend that you humble yourself. That you humble yourself.
Humble myself.
To the words of people that have been there and done that.
Where have you been?
You are not doing that.
Shockable. You've been with one woman for how long?
I have been around the block, and I settled down for my goals, and my goals were to procreate and to have somebody tell my story when I die.
How long have you been married?
You don't seem to understand much of that. You are talking about pussy and pretty and all this superficial bullshit, and you want to try to win an argument with somebody that has been around the world and doesn't give a fuck about you getting pussy. You need to set goals in your life, and I'm not talking about looking pretty. I'm talking about how do you want to leave this world?
I fuck bad
type of goals, and you are not talking about that. And when it comes to dating, you need to get to know somebody. You need to spend your time with the.
No.
You are ever going to find somebody that's going to spend the amount of time it takes, because 11 years, it's been a long time for me. It's been a long time for me. And I think it's going to be a lot longer. However, so many people want to come up with these bullshit reasons to get together, and they want to and then they want to find out bullshit reasons to separate, and then how about this? Set goals in your life. Hopefully you find somebody that has equivalent goals, and whether your relationship lasts or not, hopefully at least some of the goals get accomplished, because you can never be 100%. Nobody is ever 100%. And you are not 100% in what you're saying right now, because you can't back it up. You can't back it up, and you're not going to find somebody else that's going to 100% back it up. You can just do your best, but you're going to sit here and speak on statistics thinking that you're going to find a relationship that is going to give to you 100%, and they are going to have failures, where your failures are going to be forgiven. So go ahead, sir.
No, I'm not looking for. First of all, I'm not looking for somebody to yield to me 100%. I fuck bad bitches. That's what I do, right? So I'm not even tripping on being in a serious. I don't care about that shit. But what I'm saying is this, right? Everybody is not in the same place as you, right? You've been married for 11 years, you said? That's a milestone. I'm glad for you. I am celebrating, right? Kudos, right? And I'm not saying don't change it for nothing in the world. But what I'm saying is everybody does not. Hold on, let me finish. Everybody does not. Relax.
Why would you to a dating conversation that going to go into the furthest? If you just want to fuck, go out there and fuck, and go onto a panel that talks about how do you fuck bitches, because that seems to be your MO. Yes. I just want to fuck bitches. I don't want a relationship. I don't want a marriage. I don't want to create children and raise them day to day. You don't want to put the time in. You just want to fuck, because that seems to be your MO with every answer you make.
wait. I have a daughter who's 15. I have a son who's 28.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
so don't tell me
You
what I ain't doing.
the children.
So,
Are you mother?
so no, hell no. So let me tell you like
Exactly.
this, right? So hold up. All I
Exactly.
said is this, Untrackable. Everybody does not get lucky like you, right? To have a marriage that's happily married and cultivating is rare these days, right? Not a lot of people have these things, right? So, and men are coming to the conclusion that because of the numbers before us, why the women are filing for divorce, are breaking up relationships and being cheaters, having work husbands, because women, they just like us. So why marry somebody who's going to destroy you and the relationship anyway, right? So that's what men are saying, right? We're not going into a burning house trying to patch it up. So
Well,
there,
do you want to be
and there,
the
now,
hey?
there are men,
Hey,
who want to be
hey,
married,
I am a
and there are men
child
who
of
don't want to be
divorce,
married.
and I chose to
Yeah,
put up with so much shit to be better than my own father.
yeah, but
And if that's the shit that I gotta eat to do
okay,
that,
yeah, and it's
then
your mortgage. So,
hey, I may never fuck some random pussy ever again. I'm willing to forgive that I will never have that ever again. It's gonna be me and her raising our child together because you know you said that you have children and you are not with them, and you said hell no. Well, guess what?
I see my daughter every day, damn near, right? So we have a very good relationship. So once again, and I don't need a wife to have that relationship with my daughter. We are very tight, right? Very, very, very tight. And my co-parenting, me and my wife, my ex-girlfriend, we co-parent, and it's excellent, right? So, and it's actually worked out better for us. So now every man on this earth, right, doesn't have to be
You wanna
married.
fuck?
Hold on, damn, this thing can't shut up. Every man does not have to be married, right, to be happy. Every man does not have to have a relationship to be a good father, right? You don't have to, that does not necessary. Now, is it ideal? Yes, because of course, I agree with you. This I don't want my family torn apart. I don't want my family everywhere. Be honest with you, I desire to have one house, one roof. But the me being unluckier than you, right? My women were not built like that. So I got dealt the hand I got dealt, and I'm living my life with it. And a lot of men are living like me, right? Baby daddies, baby mama type situation. And it's what it is. Now, all my point to you is this: women have this independent mindset that they're moving out here when they want to and how they want to, and who can check them, right? You can't really check them, right? Because women have full autonomy, women have the backing of the government, and a lot of people, in their ear, tell them that love themselves and that they're great people and they can do whatever they want, right? So,
Well, who's backing you up?
well, who's backing me up? I'm backing my, God's backing me up, right? So, and I'm happy. I'm happy, right? I had a 4-year relationship, right, that I got rid of because she was a quitter and I refused to marry a quitter. That's stupid, right? So, my point to you is this: any man who is married and have a long, good relationship and get along with their wife, I'm not anyway against that. Let me make that clear. I'm not against that. But what I'm saying is,
But
we out here in this dating market, we see how the women have evolved in the last 10 years or even the last 5 years, right? Their mindsets are not marriage material, right? When you talk to them, when you see how they move, you see clearly that this woman is not the type of woman that you will marry because they're too into themselves. They're just so temptation to overstalk them on Instagram, all these social media outlets, and they're just not worthy to put a ring on their finger. And it's not
Well,
that we don't want to marry them. It's not that we
sorry,
don't want to marry them. It's just that
disagree.
we don't see
I
them as
still
worthy of marriage.
disagree with the women thing. It, if you're a when you meet a woman, you take that woman for what she is right now, where she is when you meet her, just the same
That's not
way that
negotiable.
she meets, just the same way that she meets you as you are the man that you are right in that moment.
This is
So
not
to no, because you keep saying women, this, and it puts an umbrella statement over the, exactly. So meet the person, be with the person, even if you have no long-term intentions with the person.
Women have full
But
autonomy.
but to judge an individual, or to even tell other people like, hey, women are like this, men are like this, that's exactly that mentality that's going on right now with like Andrew Tate. Like, oh, I'm an alpha male and I can tell a woman to do whatever I want. Or these women that come out here and say, hey, if you're not 6'6", you ain't shit. How about this? How about you go out into the real world and meet a real person and spend some time with them? And then, hey, I'm not saying that you have to have a goal on your mind of marriage or anything like that. You can definitely get along out there in the real world with an honest mindset of what you're about. But if you're not honest with them and they're not honest with themselves, then you guys won't be honest together in the time that you spend. Good luck.
So here's the question I have for you: is a relationship a gamble?
Is a relationship a gamble?
Yes.
Isn't.
Hey, life is a gamble. I
Okay,
drive on the
okay,
highway.
okay. Brother, is a relationship a gamble?
Everything is a gamble.
Okay, so right there.
Every second of your day is, hey,
simple, yes or no.
I'm going to make this choice. I hope it works for me.
So every woman that a person is meeting and calling that person, they're gambling on a probability that maybe or maybe not this can last. So it's not a guarantee that if you find a person and if everything goes right in the first 6 months to a year, that 5 years down the line, they're not going to change on you. Or you're not going to change.
Again,
so,
if you're going to
it is a gamble.
if you're going to call it a gamble,
the same thing like your job.
If you're going to call it a gamble, every day that you spend together is going to be another card turned over.
Disagree.
And then you learn more about your hand versus their hand.
So the point I'm making is,
coincides with or it's going to be a roulette table where it slows down. And where's the ball going to settle? Hey, if you want to do the gambling, well, things are going to be shown.
Do you believe it or not? Do you believe it's a gamble or not? Do you believe it's a gamble or not? Which one is it?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Next question. Can a person change on you in the middle of the journey?
Yes. Even when things are going good and everything seems perfect.
Okay.
Somebody can
switch up on you, right?
Somebody can switch up on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you did agree with me then. We're saying the same sentiment that it is not a guarantee that you do everything right. Be the man of stoicism and all the shit. Doesn't mean your partner's not going to switch up on you. It doesn't guarantee a no 25, 30 years or forever, right? So when we're getting in these relationships, right, men are becoming wiser now because now we have more information.
Hey, don't. You might be becoming wiser.
Right?
You might be becoming wiser.
Nobody wants.
You're saying men. You're just like you were saying women before. Now you're saying men. Are you gaining knowledge based off of your experience?
Well, Ruthless, are you? Are you building knowledge, or are you just jaded?
You about the hoodie on? He turned up on me.
Are you jaded?
Whenever you put that fucking hoodie on, you try to come
out.
Sir,
you've been paying attention. I've been sitting with my hoodie like this for
at least off, man.
minutes
You're making me feel like Trayvon Martin.
At least 10 minutes now.
Okay. first of all, right? Of course, I'm gaining knowledge, right? And I understand. I evolved. Because let me tell you something. I used to think that women were good. I used to think that, oh, these women are so. And then as I start dealing with them, I've been in a lot of monogamous relationships. And I come to the conclusion, I gathered all my information on my anecdotal experience that women are very unstable creatures. They deal a lot of their emotions and they're troublemakers inside of relationships. And
troublemakers.
I mean, the only way to really make a relationship last for a long time really is to pretty much acquiesce to them in most cases and, cater to them, their happiness. And that seems like the only formula that's out there. And I'm not willing to do that. So therefore, I bounced because I'm not here to live for a woman's happiness. I want balance. She needs to make me happy just as well I'm dedicated to making her happy. We need to be in balance. We need to have reciprocation rule our relationship. Not no one-sided, it's my way. If not, then I'm not gonna give you no pussy. I'm gonna withhold this for you because I want, all this anger management issues, all this impulsive behavior. A lot of these women are drunkards, sluts. So
wow.
So once again, right? When I done my evaluation, these women, right? I seen that they were not worthy of marriage.
How long do you expect to live? Right, just as your individual self, how long do you expect to live?
I don't know.
In years.
Good question. I have no idea. Tomorrow's not promised to me.
And how much failure do you think you're going to have that is your fault?
Meaning, can you kind of add a little more context to that? Because I don't know what you mean by far about me going to prison or me.
I mean, life, like again, you can't say how long you expect to live, and you can't say that you expect failure along the way, right?
Okay.
So if you're going to have a partner, you have to account for how long you expect to live and your potential for failure in X, Y, and Z along the way. But you also have to account for your partner's existence, how long they are going to be with you, and you also have to account for their failures along the way.
No, I motherfucking don't.
If you really want to be in charge of the situation, you have to mitigate the time, the goals, and the failures. And if you if you can't even guess about how much you will fail in life, that's why relationships fail. It's not, oh, well, we dated for 6 years, or we spent so much time together and this is the one for me. Hopefully you had some foresight before you made the long-term commitment to do such an act of saying, hey, be with me. So that's why dating matters, because it doesn't solidify.
Dating doesn't matter.
It does not. Dating does not solidify the future. It just gives you some foresight in hope that this is how this person is, and this. But you also have to have that forgiveness that, yes, okay, we're 30 years old, we're getting married, and we hopefully will have a child, and then we do have a child, and then things, you cannot foresee the changes that come after each milestone.
Okay.
But you do
There's your
have
plan.
to work through it together. And so when you say women this and men this and women this and men this, it's like, no, it's you and your partner. And then
But
it's you and your partner and what you created. And then
now,
you have to deal with that shit. Life is nothing but
bitches and money.
in the morning,
He
eating food.
said bitches and money. I can't stand
That was
this
a rap
man.
song. That was a rap song.
He really take
You remember that
Taking a
song?
shit.
shit.
Life ain't shit but bitches and money.
You gotta take care of that. You gotta take care of that shit.
So I'm gonna say this, Untrackable, and once again, you don't really have to preach to the men about this. This is what we do. This is what we do. Men lean on duty over
Is it what
feelings
you
and
do?
emotions.
Is it
Yeah.
what you do?
Let me finish. Men, this is what we do, right? we are the stable ones, right? We are the ones that hold the fort down, right? That's why the divorce rate of men leaving is very, very low. We rarely leave, right? We are sticking in there to try to see it through, right? Even relationships, right? Men just don't get rid of bad bitches because they can. They very rare that they do. It's the women with the full autonomy, right? Because we do have to agree that women has full autonomy to, and in her independent mindset, she's equal to you, or in some cases, she thinks she's better than you, right? So with that mindset she has, she can, and I'm gonna give you an example, right? You remember, I don't know y'all know who Jalen Rose is from the Fab Five, and he was married to Molly Quam, and they
Again,
divorced. Yeah.
you're going to celebrity. You're going to celebrity examples.
No. Just quickly, just
No,
quickly. Just respect
it
the world,
means
Let me finish.
nothing to the.
Let me
It
damn,
means nothing to the lay person.
It's just example. They divorced because she took a career choice, even though he was already a millionaire. He was an NBA player. He played, he was already a millionaire. She followed her career. She picked her career over the marriage and told him she's going to move so far and they don't think it's going to work out. And I'll just make that as a point is women, they want freedom, right? They want to feel free, even in a relationship. That if they feel that they want to take themselves to new heights or have this
Example of
epiphany,
rich people.
they
You use an example of rich people, and then you say,
Harley
and
Quinn
then you also
wasn't rich.
use the word women as if my wife left
So,
me, she would
so,
be equivalent to the rich people.
so if
You understand that,
you know
right?
what I'm saying is what I'm saying is it's not only rich women, it's poor women leaving men too, right? Because they want a better life. Right?
What are
Okay.
they going to if
They won't
if
struggle up
poor
more,
woman if a
right?
poor woman leaves a poor man, what's she going to get?
Trying to upgrade to a more man who's more efficient and economically efficient.
No, it's a hope to an upgrade. She's
Yes, I
not
hope
guaranteed a goddamn
I
thing.
guarantee we know that. We know that's delusion in her mind. But she's feeding into this delusion in her mind that it's greener on the other side. So we know that women are hypergamous by nature. So therefore, they're always looking for the best available option. So
I mean,
that's why
okay.
they're
I
easier
mean,
to
not
lead.
not for nothing, but men have been known for being hypergamous as well.
Well, we are, but
There's a big difference between if
I'm
my
not saying
wife
we're not
divorced
hypergamous, right?
me and I was forced to give her
I'm not
some sort of
saying
payment.
that we're not
Um,
hypergamous, right? But
I'd be paying $300-400 a month. Whereas, like you talk about on the level the shit that you want to bring up, no, you're talking about people that are paying like $1 million a month or $1 million a year. Uh, Bitch, I don't make that much money, and the court has not
hey, these
refused.
hoodies are something else, man. Take these hoodies off,
I
man. Y'all ain't
done anything. I haven't done
y'all
anything
both y'all got
to
your hoodies on me, man. Y'all got these
I
hoodies
have
on. Y'all are acting up on this channel.
to revoke my parental rights. So chances are I would pay nothing. You understand? I
Understand?
would just I would just have access to my child. You know,
Yes.
and you understand that, right?
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not taking anything away from your man. You're having a great relationship, marriage, and I'm happy for you. Once again, I said that, but not men are fortunate, And I'm sorry to say that I want to give women a lot of. I've tried and set in my mind many nights to try to give women a reason why they do the things they do, and I come to the conclusion that It's just because self-love is real, right? Selfishness. Women are more selfish than men. They're inherently more selfish. That's why they don't like to pay bills. That's why they don't like to pay for dinners. Very rare if you hear a man say, "My woman took me out on a date and paid for a date for a year straight." It's not, that's like unheard of. That's like, whoa, right? You'll be a champion, right? If that happens. Yeah, they'll pay for anniversary here and there. They'll pay for a birthday here and there. They'll pick up that. But for the most
If
part, they
if
don't like to
you,
pay. It's not,
I would say that I would say this to women as well. If you don't love yourself enough to take care of yourself, there is nobody out there that is worthy of taking care of you. Whereas, we see these
that's not what your
situations
wife thinks.
where, um, hey, I'm gonna say that this person owes me, and then you wind up in their pockets or whatnot. Hey, I don't know what to tell people, but to protect themselves. But when you are, moving forward, if if you've already been through it, um, it sounds like you just are talking about pussy.
That's the only thing they're good for. What else is going to
Oh
bring to the
my
table?
Jesus.
What is she
My
bringing to the table that's
days.
other than pussy? I don't need. I
Oh
got
my
money.
days.
I can hire me a maid to clean my house. I can outsource my laundry people. I can outsource every fucking thing I can for a woman. Only thing a
You're
woman can
you're
bring me at
the
this point
only
in my
thing you
life
need it for.
is some coochie, some good coochie. I don't
So
know.
And you
Maybe
would
when
ri- and you would
so
risk
when you
anything
are
on that
date
one thing.
so when you are dating uh a lady, um
that sex has to be. We go to sex first. I don't even go on dates unless we have sex first. Then we go on a date. If the sex is good, then we can go out.
okay, you just destroyed this entire argument because the only
Justin, don't
reason
lose all your hair, man. Don't destroy no argument. This is how I do it. If a woman says, "Hey, you want to go out?" I say, "Well, we got to have sex first, so I can see if it's good. If it ain't good, I ain't going on no date with you, girl. I don't know. Your sex might be terrible. Shit, what if her sex is terrible? If I don't like it, then I just wasted fucking $200-300 on a date? Fuck that bitch. No, listen. I understand you niggas looking for personality and this angelic being who's gonna, give me my purpose, who's gonna give me nigga. I just want some sex, good sex from her. She got to be bad, and I only enjoy it while it lasts. I don't look for long term. I'm more short
Because
term.
apparently Rufus is only fucking baddies, right?
That's it. That's it. Because I just want to fuck them, right? I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for a big commitment because I'm not going to marry the most unstable creature on the face of the earth. There's just no way I'm going to hitch myself to that motherfucking train. Now, there are some bad.
in that case, I wouldn't even call it dating because you're not spending time together. It almost has to be a thing
Hi,
because
how are you?
you you you
Hello.
you
Hello,
you're
everybody.
probably using the apps to get an agreement before you meet up and fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We like I get this hotel room, good, bam.
Damn.
Or sometimes we go
Where
like
is
to her
my
place,
mom?
knock it out, and then we go on a
Yeah,
date. It works
Christianity.
better for me that way because that way, if I don't like it, I don't have to pay. I test the
Well, wait.
product before I pay for the product.
And honestly, I can't hate on that either. It's not my thing to be like that, but I understand it, and I'm not gonna hate on it either. You
Yeah,
know,
and for this point, right, for the record, men are not a monolith. So how you are living your life, I'm cool with the way you living your life. You know what I mean? You being married, having kids, that is Gucci, right? It makes you happy. That's what counts. I'm not here. Don't think I'm here to talk down to men who are married or in big commitments. I'm not. If it makes them happy in their life, it's not my prerogative. It's their life. Enjoy it. But this is the way I'm living my life. This is what I see is fit for me.
and That's all I can do as another man
Yeah.
is respect how you live your life. Uh, as long as as long as it makes you happy and you're not out here hurting people, just like I'm not out here hurting people. Uh, do you? And when they say yes, I want to give you the biggest hug in the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to dap you up every single time it works. So how about
Yeah.
that?
See, and the monogamy thing, I've tried it over and over again, over and over again. And that's a definition of insanity. Trying the same thing, expecting different results. And for me, it just hasn't worked for me. And I've been unlucky and unfortunate to meet women who are not stable throughout the duration. And I'm not walking into a burning house and trying to patch it up. I'm not doing that. I don't have time to raise no grown woman. I'm not here to try to make nobody better. Either you come packaged up or I'm sending this package back to the retailer saying I want a fucking return.
Hey, I just want to say to you, Ruthless. I hope none of this conversation and nothing that I said offended you, but it was
No, no.
it was very vibrant and I appreciate you around every corner.
Y'all
So
appreciate you too.
thank you.
I respect married men. I really do. But I do have and I'm not speaking, don't take this personally, but when it comes to this DP conversation, I think married men do not add any value. And I'm not saying that their lives aren't valuable, right? I'm not saying that. But to what the dating market is and the current that option of women that we have out here, right? The married men trying to come in and tell us, well, their person and their life, trying to say, oh, this is how you do it. Every woman ain't your woman. Every woman ain't your person. So it doesn't apply. And I'm not like you. I'm different, right? I have different things I like. And so therefore maybe let's just I took your wife, you flip it, just hypothetical, right? Me and your wife would fucking get along. She probably hate my guts. We get divorced in 3 days. See what I'm saying? Like, fuck you. I don't like you. And I don't like you either, right? But for you and her, y'all have a good system in place. Y'all have a good structure in place that y'all built. And it works for you guys. That I commend and champion, right? And if I can find someone, that I can build a structure with like that, I might explore it. It's very tough though, because I don't like to really give up my options. But it's gonna take she's gonna have to look like Beyonce though in her younger days. That's for sure. That's an expectation. And she's gonna have to be traditional. So that's definitely impossible to find out here. So until then,
Well,
we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it up.
I guess
well,
so.
I would respond by saying, yes, we did date. We spent time together, even reconnecting with each other without the physicality of it all. And there were many miles driven.
Yeah. And it was
Uh,
a journey, right? And
but
it's
but
not
again, I respect your respect of not having what I have now. But well, both her and I drove those miles and fostered um, our things and came to an agreement upon our goals to where I ultimately made the offer of, hey, let's make this a permanent,
yeah.
long, a long term goal. And I can't put that on everybody. I can't say what I have is the goal for anybody. It's just it was my goal and she agreed and it was her goal and I agreed and here we are many years later. And like I said, and this is a tough thing to say, but I want that person to tell my story when I die.
Well, my dad's gonna tell my story, so that's it. Now, Rest,
I
I'm so
mean,
shocked at you. I'm so shocked at you, man. You get that hoodie on and you lose your fucking mind. You lose
what
your fucking
video?
mind, Rest.
When did I lose my mind? You're a liar.
Because you every time you put that hoodie on, you start this. So we had a conversation.
Good night, yo.
All right,
All right,
all right,
man.
Taco. Every time you come on here with that hoodie on, no, without the hoodie, you're good. Like the bald head, I like you just speaking a little shit. Then you put that fucking hoodie on and you change to a whole different motherfucker. So you was a man who was in a relationship that drove you fucking crazy, and you're gonna sit here and tell me and jump on me like I jumped, hoodwinked. That Ruthless, you know that dating is relationship, mate. No, no, no. You know these women out here are foul.
I know that there are women out there that are foul. I'm not gonna speak for all the women because, like I say, when I turn off this internet, I don't run across this problem. And it's the sad part. Most people I employ, most people I am hanging around, most people I have to be eating lunches with or have to do negotiations with happen to be women. Most people I have to train aren't women. They don't give me
Those
no
days are
shit.
over. Those days are over now.
No, I'm still going through them. They don't give me no
I
shit.
mean, I'm just saying, to find a woman that's willing to be trained right now is even more difficult since the last time. Because you've been in for a minute, 5 years plus, right? So I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, from that time point, women are totally evolved from them. It's very difficult to find that autonomy thing is real. Women they want their eyelashes, they want their ass done, titties done, and they say, fuck you. You ain't paying my bills. Remember that song Beyonce, the bills. You ain't paying my bills. They ain't trying to hear shit you got to say. And even if you are paying their bills, they still ain't trying to hear shit you trying to say. These women out here raving. They're going to raves. They're going to concerts. They get slutted out. They're going to Vegas, girl trips, Miami, and they're having a fucking ball. And they don't want a man. They don't want to be committed.
I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Women who tend to want to be around me, because here's the truth of the matter. I just don't care.
I think I'm going to give you an ugly bitch.
I never care for their presence.
I need to give you an ugly bitch.
And that seems to be enough. That seems to always be enough. I just never care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care either. It's just the facts, right? It's just the facts. You're looking at the facts, right? And you know what? I'm actually happy with the way the women are. To be honest with you. I love the transparency. Because now we get to it. We get right to the motherfucking point. We ain't doing no dancing around circles, playing games, talking about, oh, Disneyland, oh, Prince Charming, this and this. All she wanted was, whatever she wanted. And all I wanted is what I wanted, sex, right? So we're up front now. With the women I meet now, everything's up front on the table. I let them know
Okay.
what I want. I let them know, hey, look, I'm looking to fuck. I really don't really care about your personality. It's nice if you have one, but you really don't have to. As long as you can perform, your beverage performance is at an elite level, I'll keep you around for a
Elite
while.
level.
For real. That's it. And then if we get along after that, you know what I mean? And grow into something else, then so be it. So be it. But I'm not out here looking at every woman like, oh, this might be my wife or attentions, because that's the waste of fucking time. When I'm horny as fuck and I want some coochie and I don't want to go through all that shit. I don't want to sit here and go to Starbucks and motherfucking dinners and then she's my only option. What? I mean, and she still might change on me in 3 to 5 years. She's not guaranteed. She's no guarantee. So why not live life for what it is, right? Like I said, if I find someone that we fucking connect so tough where we're just, I want to make her the only one and vice versa, then so be it.
Be love. He said it starts with sex. He says it's the sex.
Everything. Yes, it is about, it's all, let me tell you something. Be
He
love.
says be love.
Be love. You know, if you date a nigga for 6 months and the sex is trash, you're leaving him. 100%. 100%. If your sex trash, if it's too small, your performance is weak, they're out of there, nigga. They're blocking you. Oh, if a woman tell you sex ain't important, she's a damn lie. Sex is at least 60% important to her. You got, I mean, I'm just saying, you can't be too small, and you can't be lackluster. Don't be a 3 second man. She'll have your ass out of there. Don't be a 3 second man. So it's the game. It's the way the game is played, man. These women
Okay.
are not joking out here.
All right. All right, Ruthless. I think I'm gonna close it up because I gotta get ready for our show later on tonight with the DBD. Me and OG.
Yo, what's up, B Love? Long time no see. Glad to hear from you again.
Yeah,
Um,
good seeing B Love in the chat.
we know you left your husband for dead, so we ain't tripping.
Wow. Yeah, this is
Yeah, we know she.
bullshit.
We already got that established. So I'll holler at you. Yeah, B Love. She took off
All
for
right, man.
flight. I'm out of here. All right.
All right, man.
All right.
Hey, Noel.
Hi,
What's going on?
what's going on?
Yeah.
And what's the topic for tonight? I'm sorry.
Well, the show was on for a little bit. We're actually about to close it up, but the topic was about the dating market because a lot of people are going through issues and is it dead? People don't
Excuse
date
me,
like they used to. What
what? I'm sorry.
people don't go out on dates like they used to in order to build families, and I'm wondering what people's thoughts are on it.
My thoughts are people are not interested in any dates
Why do you think that?
because they don't like the person that they are dating
Well, sure, but there's a lot of people in the world. How come they can't find anyone that they want to date?
because people are not socialized like me.
You think there's more people that's not social than they are social?
Yes.
Interesting. So, how did we get to a point where people became so non-social?
To go out and put your phones down and not be on YouTube.
That might do it. That
Yeah.
that might do it. So how do we get more people out there to be as social as you are?
You can go out to a day program or a groups or
That sounds like a lot. I don't think a lot of people want to do day programs and group programs. Maybe
no,
they should
they
though.
work. They just
May-
work.
Yeah. Maybe the problem is that they work too much.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. I'll have to think about that one.
Can you think
I'll have,
about that one?
I'll have to think about that. I have to wonder if it's because people may work too much.
Yes.
Maybe they're just too busy, and that's also another reason. See, that's good thinking. They work so much that they don't have time to date.
Yes, and that's true.
Interesting. Interesting. See, of all the things I heard, see, I didn't hear anyone say that. Interesting. It could be the thing. We do work a whole lot more now.
I am just trying to find a job.
A lot of people want a job. What kind of job would you like?
Like I really wanted to do like a one to one to six job or
Oh, well, you like being up at nighttime.
yes,
Mm,
I do.
that makes sense. You're a night owl. Hey,
Yes.
B Love. B
What
Love.
about
Thank
you?
you.
Are you a night owl or no?
Uh, yay, nay. I want to say that. Thank you, B Love, for the 1999. Thank you very much. I'm back and forth. I work during the day, but I'm also up a lot at nighttime. So I don't sleep a lot. I should, but I don't sleep a lot.
You don't sleep that well?
I don't sleep that well.
That makes sense.
I've been like that for a long time.
And then where is the lady who came
Oh,
here last?
she's not here today.
Where is she at?
I don't know. She's probably moving around the internet.
And so here you are yourself, but the backstage you are just like talking crap.
I listen. You saw all the people that came up there too. They were also talking crap. If they
Yeah.
gonna talk crap, I'm gonna talk crap too. You
Not me.
missed it early. I was talking crap up here with the people talking crap.
Not me. I don't do that. I don't talk crap about people. I try not to.
You know what it is, Noel? I
What?
meet people where they're at.
Okay,
That
that makes sense. What does that mean?
means if they come in with the bull, I'm gonna meet them there, and I'm gonna come in with the bull too.
And what did you think about me when my happiness coming out? I'm sorry to ask.
Well, I think if you come in and you have this gleeful smile on your face and you're very happy,
Yes.
I think that should be something that other people should be interested in doing as well. But not everybody feels that way, and that's a shame. It's a shame.
Why? Why is a lot of people on YouTube do not feel safe and just targets people?
I
You
think a
know,
lot of people are not very happy with their own personal life.
me, I am I do happy with my personal life.
You're rare.
Is that okay or is that
You're rare. A lot of people are not happy with their personal life. A lot of people lie to themselves.
why would they do that? That's just awful. That's just cruel. That's
They lie to themselves because telling people how they really feel hurts them.
what do you mean?
They don't like how they feel, so they don't want other people to know how they feel. So they lie. And the best way to even lie to other people, especially when you're online and you're on camera, because you don't want to look upset on camera. So that means you lie to people who are watching you by
And
pretending
so,
that you're okay.
what about in the real world? Is some people like on YouTube? Those people are not upset in the real world and not take it out on people? Is that
Some of them might be. So to be honest with you, some of them might be really upset in the real world, but you know what makes them happy? Being
what?
on YouTube.
Be on YouTube?
Which means that when they turn on the camera and they're talking, they're having a good time. But the moment they turn it off and they have to go to bed, they are upset.
And me, sometimes I get stressed sometimes. And it's not good for me to hold that in. Sometimes I do.
I get that. I get that. I understand that feeling.
And sometimes my friends get a little bit annoying and I really wanted to say something like, "Ugh," like, yeah, you understand.
Yeah, I do.
And
My friends do that
so
too.
why? So why is that? Why I get like that sometimes? It's just awful.
They I don't know. They do things that you find to be a bit of your pet peeves, the things that you find annoying. And sometimes the best thing to do is to have that conversation with them. Let them know what is that particular thing that annoys you, because maybe they're not doing it on purpose.
And my one of my friends are talking drama. She's all drama. And sometimes it gets to me and I want it. Ugh. Ugh. Yes.
I get that.
Do you have one of your friends that do that to you or no? I'm sorry, I'm just
I
asking.
I have a couple of friends that do things that get on my nerves. But I know I also do things that get on their nerves, so I think it's
Do
even.
I get on your nerves of all this talking?
Well, no, no. I mean, I'm online. I talk to people a lot, so no, I don't. You have. We also haven't gotten to know each other very well, so you haven't done anything to annoy me.
And is that your real background? Or is that a. Oh, yeah, it is. That's your. Wait, is that your house? Wait, oh.
It's my office in my house. Yes,
Oh, that makes sense. And tomorrow you are having a show tomorrow.
I'm gonna try to.
At what time?
If I'm lucky, maybe 8. Maybe 8 my time.
Your
I'm in
time.
New York.
You're in New York.
Hmm.
How is there? How is it in New York? Is it
Right now, cold.
And and so what's the time there in New York?
Right now, 11:20 p.m.
11:20 here.
Oh, you're on the East Coast?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
And so is it packed down there? New York is a sleeping city or no? It's a sleeping.
No, people are always up.
And what are they doing right now? Like they're partying or
Well, it's Thursday night. Some people might be off for Friday, so some people might be partying. Some people might be working. If you got a party, somebody's got to work. Somebody got to open the doors. Somebody got to serve the food. Somebody got to do the
and
drinks.
so how do you actually find this YouTube? What's your how did you start this YouTube channel? How did you want to do this? Like how That's a good question to ask.
I started this channel because in my real life, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people, strangers, people who know me, people who I give a lot of coaching to. And they said, you would be really good at doing this. And it inspired me to do it.
And who do you coach? Who is these people? Your
Peop
random people? Oh.
Yes, I do.
And what do you say to them? What do you actually
It,
coach?
de- it depends in the moment what they need. Some people, it's about their work. Some people, it's about their future. Some people are confused about what steps they should do next. Some people come to me with personal issues, like maybe they're not able to focus at work because they have a bit of family issues, and it's getting in the way with their work. So they tell me things.
And so do they help you with some things or no? Do you help them or like
Mm,
sometimes or
Most of the time, it's me helping them, not really them helping me.
and so what's a good job to do as a nighttime job? What's a good job?
Uh, one that you I would say one that you enjoy, but that doesn't work with everybody. So I would
Cleaning and washing dishes and help
if you if you
people.
like that kind of stuff,
What do you
um,
do?
I
What's
think I think
a
you should
hospital? A
you should do the
hospital?
job that you are really good at.
Cleaning and washing dishes and helping people with special needs. I wanted to do helping with special needs people. Maybe that's probably
You
high
might have to talk
functioning.
to you might have to talk to someone who is a specialist at looking at jobs like that, especially at
Like
nighttime.
so, like, what about your job? What do you do as? Is it a
It
good job or is it?
it depends on who you talk to. I my role has multiple things that I do. So I'm a coach. I am someone who makes sure that other people do their job. I am someone who takes a look at companies' profits. I am someone who makes sure that everybody is safe. Everybody is practicing safety at their job. I am a coach. I am a communicator. So sometimes it's my job to take care of arguments that happen between different people or different departments. It's a lot.
It's a lot to do, and sometimes you get stressful, and you're like, "Oh my god, this needs to."
Sometimes it's stressful because the are easy, but people just don't want to do it.
And so it takes time for me to get a new job. Like my old job was fast food. It was really crazy. It was like, oh my god, it's like so stressful.
It can be.
So why is it takes time for me? I'm so stressed now these days. I'm thinking, overthinking, and just
It's not just you. That happens with a lot of people.
yes.
A
Like,
lot of
why
people
is
go through that.
that?
Uh, I don't know. Sometimes you may have other things on your mind. Um, Sometimes the job it changes from day to day. So sometimes it's easy. Other times it's like for some reason there's just more work than you thought. It changes.
Should should I have a daytime or a nighttime? Some people think it's the nighttime job is really stressful to them. Like some people told me that. It's like,
It depends on the type of job that you're doing. Um, I think if you really like the job, it won't matter if it's day or nighttime because you'll like doing it.
and what about a day program? I never have been to a day program before.
Well, the day program might if it might help you get into that night job that you might be looking for. So you never know. You will
Maybe.
have more opportunities because there are more people available during the day.
And how did you find your job? How did you find it? Like, how is that
uh
interesting?
whew, I found my job because I left my full-time job and I didn't know what I was going to do next. And I had a good friend who she wanted me to work with her and I said no, but somebody else she knew said they wanted to talk to me and it turned into an opportunity.
And so, what's your other job?
Oh no, I left that job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, why do people do stress? Why do I overthink stuff? I sometimes overthink stuff. I shouldn't have. My yeah, people are just saying that to me. You're overthinking stuff. Like,
It depends. People say that about me as well. I tend to overthink, to overanalyze things. I don't think it's a bad thing. I I think it becomes a problem when we think too much. We think more than we do. That's when it becomes a problem.
and so should I stop overthinking things? My boyfriend told me that a lot.
I don't think that you should stop overthinking. I think that you should, when you're thinking about things, put a time limit on it. So if you know that you're running across a problem,
Yes.
give yourself a couple minutes. Say, give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to really think about it. Don't think about it for hours. Give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to think about it. If it's still something that you see is unsolvable, ask for help.
Okay.
Sometimes two minds are better than one.
And so, a lot of people are telling me YouTube is a dangerous place to talk to people.
Can be. It can be. Not everybody has the best of intentions.
What about yours? Your intentions? I can see your.
I don't know why. People think I'm a great guy.
A great guy. What do you mean, like a great guy? Like,
I don't know. I gotta ask them. They say, look, look, look. Like they're here in the chat. They say, look, look. You're a good man. I don't know what like they say that. I don't know.
so what about talking to a life coach? Is that could be better for me, a life coach, or
It. Ooh, that's a good question. Do you think you're lost in life?
what do you mean by that? Loss in life?
Do you feel like you need? Do you feel like you need direction? Do you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be right now?
It's depends, kind of, but stressful job. Yeah, yelling at my parents sometimes, and oh my god, need a
So
job.
let's run a little bit of experiment.
Yeah.
If you could have your ideal life right now, what would you be doing?
Can you explain that to me? I
Sure.
am a slow
If
learner.
so, if you're just think about how you are right now in life. You're sitting in your house, you have your parents, you got your place, like you have the internet and everything. But if you could see a different version of Noelle, what would she be doing? Where would she be living?
I would
What
be
kind of
living
job
in
would she have?
I will be living in a group home or with my sister.
Okay. Okay. Do you like spending time with your sister?
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
okay. All right. So this other Noelle, does she have a job?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What kind of job would this no other Noelle have?
This other Noel would have a nighttime job.
Is it a dream job?
Maybe a hospital job.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I do like to be around with people to work with.
Okay. All right. So,
Probably living in my sister's house or a group home.
okay. So I would ask this current Noelle,
Me.
what is it that she think that she would need to do to become that different Noelle?
I should not stay up late, stay up late or eat late. My parents are
Mm,
sick of me staying up too late or eat late.
okay.
Me, I don't like any changes. That's how I am. I
Okay.
don't know how to prove
So
that.
okay, so we understand that this other Noelle, in order to get there, she would need to start changing a little bit of her sleeping habits, right?
Yes.
So that's the first part.
How
So
can I do that? Like,
well, 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 we can
is there a medicine for it, or is
well
there?
we can get there, but first we have to figure out all the things that the other Noelle needs. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna get there first. We gotta chart the map first for how we get there first. So the first thing we already discovered, this current Noelle already understands that the future Noelle needs to be one that knows how to get some proper sleep. All right.
And so maybe I should live with my sister for a few days, if that. And
Try
tr-
do a trial run, see what it's like to actually live with your sister for a little bit before you commit to it. Because maybe the group home is better, maybe your sister's is better. So you can try one out.
maybe my parents need a break from me. Probably that's why.
Possible. So if let's look at future Noelle for a moment. Future Noelle might be living with her sister, but that means her
And
sister
her
would have to
boyfriend,
agree with it, right?
and her boyfriend living
Oh,
in
and,
a
okay. Well,
apartment.
okay, well, there's a boyfriend as well. Okay, well, now we're getting into the weeds. So that means
And my sister and him works a lot, a
well,
nighttime job, a lot.
okay, okay. Well, one thing we already know as well is that the other Noelle also has a job. So let's start working out some of this, right? So we know that the current Noelle likes spending time with her sister,
Yes.
and we know that possibly future Noelle could be living with her sister and her boyfriend, but we know we're not there yet. So
No.
what what is it that we think that current Noelle could do to help persuade her sister of this living situation for the future?
What does that mean? Can you?
So current Noelle is living with her parents, right?
Yes, me.
But likes spending time with her sister, and we're gonna assume her sister loves spending time with her as well.
Me and my sister used to live together,
Okay.
and I kind of miss my sister. We have a bunch of good times together.
All right.
I think I do miss her.
So maybe, perhaps, the Noelle right now should have a conversation with her sister to say, hey, maybe you want to try for a couple of weeks of us sharing a space and see how she feels about it.
And so I heard my parents were talking to my mom and my dad saying, "Oh, we should need a break from her. I was sleeping upstairs. I can hear it Why is maybe that?
Hmm. Interesting.
Why does they have stress going on with them and me, or is that?
Well, you yourself, you understand what it's like to go under stress, and the same thing is for your parents. Your parents can also go through stress. Everybody needs a time to break, to vent, to find that time to relax. And maybe it's just hard to do when they're stressed and you're stressed at the same time. Maybe you need a break so that you guys can decompress. The best time would be
And maybe I should change my race. Is there a medicine for it? My
to
sleeping
change your race.
no, my my eating race. How is this? How can I change? I know I would never even what
I'm sorry.
say.
What do
I
you
need
want?
to
What do
slow
you want me
down.
to change?
They don't. Um, my dad drives me all the time, and I am wondering he's probably sick of driving all the time, and maybe I do need a provider or something.
Hmm.
And my boyfriend needs to get a car, and his mom said he needs to save up his money. That's what's going on.
Okay. So that sounds like it's gonna be a conversation for you and your boyfriend,
And not you.
and not what
Nothing.
you said. Not me. Is that what you said?
Do you live with your parents or you live by yourself? I'm sorry.
It's me and my girlfriend.
And how is that working out? I'm sorry.
Uh, Pretty good. We've been doing it for a long time.
And where's your parents? I'm sorry to ask. I don't want to be weird or anything. Sorry. Oops.
My mother is fine. She's good.
Oh. Oh yeah, I know. Okay, never mind. Your dad is probably. I know. Okay.
Okay, it's
This
fine.
conversation needs to stop with this. I do ask personal questions. I'm sorry. Yeah, be myself. Slow down, my brain. Okay.
So, sounds like you should be having a conversation with your sister to see if you guys might want to do a trial run on staying together to
Should
see if it's a
I
good fit.
text her right now, or is it?
Well, it's really late at night. She's probably sleeping. Who knows? I think you should probably get her when you know she is to be awake, just so you won't accidentally wake her.
Should I tell my parents if I wanna try to spend the night with her or live with her? Try that out for a few
I
first.
I think you should probably have a conversation with her first, out of respect, and then have it with your parents.
Wait, who is this? She's good tonight in chat.
I don't know.
Do you know yours comments? Your people in the comments sometimes? Do you know them or
I know
no
I know
idea?
a- I know some of them. Sometimes it's new people, but most of them I know.
And so um do you do other channels? Do you go on some other channels or no?
Sometimes,
I don't even see you go on some different channels. There's so
sometimes I
many.
do. I haven't been doing it for a little while now. I've been very busy.
And did somebody told you to do your channel? Do somebody told you to do this or like, oh, maybe I
Nope.
should do this or maybe I oh.
Nope. I just had a lot of people tell me that they really enjoy having conversation with me, and I decided this is something I wanted to do.
How many subscribers do you have? Like, you have a lot of subscribers?
It depends. What is your idea of a lot?
Like like 500K subscribers, like too
No,
much.
no, no. I do not. No,
Oh,
I have a little over 700.
700, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot than my subscribers.
Hmm.
My subscribers, can I look what my subscribers are? My subscribers are 554 subscribers.
554.
Is that a lot, or
Pretty good.
is to get up there? Is that
It's a good start.
and so what does that mean if I have that subscribers? So I'm famous? How can you get
No,
famous?
not no. I wouldn't say famous, but it's it's a good start for people to start getting to know you. And I can say that it works because there are people who know who you are when you go to different panels.
And so do you make the live videos, the lives? Do you
Yep,
go do a live videos
I
and
I do all of this stuff.
shorts?
I have shorts, I have videos, and I do lives.
And your lives are about what? I never see your lives about. Like,
My lives are about having topics that make people think, and we have a conversation about it. Just like tonight,
and
and just like the last time you were here.
so so you know a lot of people in Will's life. Do you go out there and talk in front of people, like a crowd of people, or
Sometimes, sometimes it's a small group. Sometimes it is over computer like this, but maybe there's like it could be 20 people. I think the most I've had was 30 something people all online, but they're all watching me talk. Um, I have been at a rally that may have had a little over 100 people.
which rally? Which
Oh, it was like a work thing.
uh, so how do you go all over the country to talk, or
No, 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 no. I don't. I go where they send me, which is never really that far.
that's really interesting. That's and you play video games. What's
I do when I get the chance.
Fortnite?
No, I would get crushed in Fortnite
How? Like,
because so many people know how to play that game very well. If I got started now, I'd be a beginner and they would kill me.
great interview. And what do you like to do for fun?
Well, for one, YouTube. uh, play video games from when I can. Um, I like to, if I have the time and I've had everything I want, I like to cook.
What do you like to cook?
Depends on what's on my mind. It depends on what I have access to.
Okay. Do you like the movies? I do like the movies.
Uh, I don't. I do like movies, but I don't have a lot of time to watch them.
Captain America, that new one.
Everybody is talking about Captain America. I haven't seen it yet.
And do you like the Marvel movies, the Marvel situation? Like
I've seen almost all of them. Almost all of them.
and so what does that say? Do not quit. No, oh, that trophy right there.
So it's a double meaning. So it says don't quit, but if you look at where it's crossed out, the QU and the NT, if you read it, it says do it. So it says don't quit, but if you take this out, take that out, let's do it. So two meanings.
And so, what's that boxing gloves and that trophy?
It's a little sculpture that I have. I'll show you. It's a little hand that I spray painted to
So
look,
cool.
and then it's
You
just
spray
holding my
painted that?
Rubik's cube.
Oh. Wait, are you ADHD?
Am I?
Like
Uh,
with that cube, Rubik's cube.
uh, yeah, a little bit. I'm a little bit on ADHD.
Are you high function or lower function than me? Like, are you
I'm a bit of a high functioner.
like really high? I'm sorry. Like, I'm
It was
just
really high. I'm not crazy hyper or anything. I function pretty decent.
what are you what's that Rubik's cube? Can you I'm sorry. Can you slow it down?
Can
Can
I?
you are you good with that? I'm sorry. Are you good
Am
with
I
that?
good at solving it?
Yes.
I haven't solved it in a while. It might
You
take me a
know
while
how
to
to
solve it.
solve it, that Rubik's cube, or
I've solved it before, but it's been a while.
is it Rubik's cubes are made from what? What is their exactly are Rubik's cubes? Are just fidget toys?
Just puzzles. Yeah.
And do a lot of special needs use it? Special, like, yeah,
Not it's not just special needs. A lot of people use it.
to calm yourself down, or
Some for fun, some do it as a sport.
really?
Yeah,
As
to see how fast they can
sport?
solve it. There's a whole like a time ranking to see how fast you can do it.
And how faster than you can do it a
Oh,
long time ago?
they a lot of people are way faster than me. They
I
have
don't
kids
see
that
it as
move
on
fast.
TV. It doesn't show up on TV. It shows up on YouTube. That's it.
Yeah, if you look at YouTube, you'll see people speed speed past it. I think there's people who can do it in around a minute.
And Robot's Cubes came out like a long time ago. When is the
Very long time ago.
why would wait? Who's made Robot's Cubes? Who made Robot's
Oh,
Cubes?
I couldn't tell you. That was before my time.
Your time.
Hmm.
Oh, that makes sense. Do you know much about them, Robot's Cubes, or what's their back
Not
story?
too much.
That makes sense.
Any other questions you got for me?
What's your future look like for you and
My
your
future?
girlfriend? I'm sorry. Yes.
uh, I don't know. I have to ask her what would she like.
Is she does these panels or no?
No, no.
What is she like? I'm sorry to ask that.
What is she like?
Like, what is
Happy?
she? You never brought her on this camera before.
Nope.
Okay. She scared? Is she
No. People are just crazy.
that makes sense. Oh, I know what you're talking about. These people want okay. I know what you're talking about. these people doesn't she doesn't want to come on here because people would, yeah.
People are not all nice on the internet.
What about me? Am I nice right now?
Sure, absolutely.
And that one
You are delightful right now.
thing, I'm just I'm just being myself right now.
That's great. I wouldn't want you to be anyone else.
And me and my dad have like a talk tonight about what should I do, and it's and my dad doesn't want me to be upset, stressed, and yeah, we talked about a lot of things tonight.
Okay.
And my mom doesn't want me to be stressed too, and she really, yeah, was emotional tonight.
Mm.
I went to my basketball party.
Basketball party.
Yes.
Okay.
Every year is a basketball party for Special Olympics, basketball and track. I do.
And track.
Yes.
That's cool.
What about you? Do you play any sports or anything or?
Not in a very long time. When I was in high school, I ran track.
And how was that?
That was, I mean, it was fun back then.
Are you slow or are you really good at track? Are you decent?
Not in a long time. So, I wouldn't say that I'm pretty good at track.
And why do people get like crying with those tears? Yes, emotional. Why do people do that?
I
I
don't
can
know.
tell my mom is very very emotional.
I that I couldn't tell you.
Do you get like that? Like emotional, like those tears come out and like, oh my god, this is.
It's been a while, but I'm sure if the reason was good enough.
And with me and my boyfriend, we went to this big special needs dance, and my hair was straightening, and the dress looked super cute on me, and oh my god, me and my boyfriend danced a slow song, and my mom was emotional. Like, why she was emotional? Why is
She's
she?
happy for you.
She is
Probably happy for you.
like, why is she happy for? I didn't know what was going on in her mind right there. I was like, wow, that's
Did
shocking.
you ask her?
No, I didn't, but I can tell she's very emotional when it comes to that stuff. Why? Sometimes sometimes it's hard to be a special needs parents, and yeah,
Yeah.
like how is it hard to be a special needs parents? You don't know understand what they're.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've never had any children, so I couldn't tell you. But I do understand that it's a challenge. Shoot.
What happened?
Hey, locksmith.
Yo, what up? Hi, Noel.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Jeremy.
I know, right?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Is
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay,
is the
honey.
other guy okay, or what was going on with you?
Oh, nothing much. You know, Resla kind of keeps me like a little prisoner, right? If he'd move his head over, I'm up on the shelf. You see me, Noel? You see look at the screen. That's me right there.
No,
Hey, get your finger off of that, sir.
is that
Yeah.
excuse me? How do you do that? How does she made a spray paint? You said you make a hand with the spray paint. How can you make that? Wow,
Oh, I
shocking.
didn't make that. I bought that.
Oh.
Yeah, I
And who
sold my
is this
hand.
guy, Jeremy? What?
Yeah, yeah, I actually cut my hand off. I gave it to him. He only paid $5 for it. He still
No,
owed me another five, sir.
Damn, you don't know how to do math? It was $5 and I gave you five, I owe you another
You
five.
still, yeah, you owe me another five spot. Come on now.
excuse me. Excuse me. How do you actually spray paint stuff with that? How do people with those
I I bought the
sculptures?
I bought the paint. It's in the can. Spray
Don't
paint can.
lie, sir. You stole that can. I saw you. You try to get me to get the other can. I ain't doing that, sir.
Excuse me. How do people do these really cool things? Sculptures, these.
Sometimes you just think of something that would look really nice and you just think of how it's going to be done. And sometimes you ask other people what they think and they can give you good ideas as well.
And this Jeremy kid, can I ask who is this? I'm sorry. I need to be careful on the internet right now.
You're all right. What do you want to ask, hon?
I'm gonna ask you, who are you? I'm sorry. What's
I'm
your?
I'm really nobody. Trust me, I am nobody.
Oh my god, that monkey's. You know what? I'm sorry. Why would you
Don't
do that?
stare. It's a tail. It's a tail. What are we doing?
Excuse me. Why would you do that?
That's Russ's fault. He spray painted it.
No,
Yep.
he did not. No, he
Yep.
did.
That's a
No,
that's a spray paint can right there. You don't want
he's
to know what sprays out.
he's one of us. I know. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Why you don't show your face?
Oh, I do. I was down in the chat. I didn't have time to change out the avatar.
Can I see your face, please?
No, not live right now. I'm too pretty. Nah.
Who I am talking to if I do actually know him on
It,
YouTube?
if no, I'm not a YouTuber, honey. I'm not. But if you look
So,
down in the chat right now, you see Locksmith Jeremy in the chat. That's
Lux,
me
where is it?
in the chat.
Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah, that's me right there.
Nice glasses. Those are sunglasses or regular glasses?
Sunglasses. I stole
You are a
them.
bad influence. You're bad.
Yeah, I saw a blind man walking around with his cane, so I was like, he don't need that. He can't see anywhere.
He is a bad influence.
He is.
And so, where's all these people? Do do uh, do some people come in your show?
Some people do. Today has been very slow, and I actually need to start getting off the show because I need to go first eat, and then I need to go
What
check on
is
my.
for dinner tonight? What are you gonna cook?
I'm not gonna cook. My girlfriend ordered food.
What food?
The one they stole from the neighbors.
What food?
There's a DoorDash that was sitting at the neighbor's door, and she went over there and picked it up, and she came.
No.
Yeah,
Stop.
oh
Shut
yeah.
up, please. Okay.
You
No.
know it. You did Noel. Did you know it was Resla's birthday last week?
No, I didn't. Oh, happy earlier, happy late birthday.
Thank you.
And when's your birthday?
You talking? Are you talking to Jeremy?
Talking
No,
to
she was
you.
talking to you, sir.
It was on the third.
And so, how old are you?
I'm 43.
You're
Stop lying.
43?
He's 15. He's really 15. Stop
No,
lying,
he's
Resla.
not. He's
It's
43.
he's 15.
No. How old are you, Jeremy?
Me? I'm 15. I'm a minor. I'm 15.
No, you're not. You're lying.
I would never do such a thing. Not at all. No.
Well, all right, folks. So, Noel, I'm about to close up the show. Same thing for Jeremy.
Okay,
Uh,
see you tomorrow. Uh,
sure.
what's the topic for tomorrow?
Oh, I haven't quite decided it yet.
Are we all special? Yes, we are.
So, well, you'll all know at the same time when I start talking about it. So I haven't said what the topic's going to be, but outside of that, I guess if you show up, if I do a live tomorrow, then you'll know when I'm on, and we can see you then.
And tomorrow I am going to a hockey game tomorrow, and can I come on the show at 9 o'clock when I get home?
If we're on, yeah,
Wouldn't you
You,
be on at 9 o'clock?
most likely.
Mm.
you gotta drop him a $500 super chat.
You hear
No,
this?
I'm just playing with you. You
There's
ain't gotta do. No, don't do
more.
that. Don't do that.
All right, Noah. So I'm gonna drop everybody, and then I'm
All right.
going to close out the show. And if I see you tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
no problem. All right, everyone. So this has been our stream for today. We were talking about pretty much is the dating world dead? Pretty much. So I think we should bring this in all together. The online dating world is it dead? Is it not dead? Is it being replaced? I don't know. We've heard a lot of stuff, especially from Untrackable and even from Ruthless. I think that, quite frankly, for myself, my own opinion, it's been swapped out for this illusion of choice. I think that people are addicted to swiping. I think that AIs are driving people into what they think romance is. And I think there's a bit of glamification when it comes to this idea of love. But what now? That's going to be the question. I think we've reached a point where people don't want to be in real relationships anymore. They want an easier lifestyle. They want something with no pressure. They want no expectation. They want no strings attached. And of course, they want no clear direction, as we can tell from even part of the conversations that we heard today. Uh, we've turned pretty much dating into a luxury, a love into a game, pretty much. I think commitment is something that's going to be looked at in the future as taboo. So I'll leave you with this thought: is this really what we all want, or is this just the game that we've been playing at? With that being said, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your family. Most likely, I will probably do a stream tomorrow, and just be a lookout for the notifications. By the way, guys, by the way, in about an hour or two, we also have the DVD, which is with me and OGD 30. So if you didn't get the notification, you should have. That's because you're not subbed. You should be subbed to the channel. But if anything, we can be looking forward to see you then. So it'll be 1 a.m. Eastern on my time. It'll be 12 a.m. Eastern on his time. So yeah, 1 a.m. on my time, 12 a.m. on his time. And I guess we'll see you in a little bit. With that being said, guys, I will see you in the next one. For those I'll be seeing later on tonight, it'll be what it is. Take care of yourselves and stay opinionated.